right to protect yourself. You have the right to maintain your bodily autonomy and your bodily integrity. You have the right to defend life,
So you're
limb,
telling me
eyesight.
if I'm
The
being
best way that
pursued
he would
by
have been
a
able to
rapist,
protect
I
himself
can't
is if he
shoot
would have
him
stayed
to
his ass
kill?
at home.
If your argument
If
is
I'm
that
being pursued,
then why
if I'm being pursued by a rapist,
Just like
can I
saying
shoot to kill?
She shouldn't have
Can
been
I
wearing
shoot
that
to
dress.
kill?
Exact same argument.
Stop, everyone stop.
You're telling me that he shouldn't have been wearing that dress is the same argument? Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey! Alright, I'm going to mute everyone for 1 minute because apparently I need to remind someone a simple rule. Welcome everyone, thank you for joining us for this brand new and I hope it's going to be one of the banger episodes of the Hippy Dippy Recruitment. Thank you all for joining us. Let's start with a little round of introduction. So yeah, tell people who you are, where they can find you, what you're standing for and everything. So yeah, let's start by Lucas. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Just shining with my chat. How's it going?
Doing good. All right, tell people where they can find you and everything.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I had you guys. I was deaf and sorry. I didn't know we were starting. My name is Lucas Bustillo. I'm originally from Cuba. You can find me on Twitch at Lucas_Bustillo. Bustillo is spelled Bustillo, and I'm also on YouTube. Actually, I don't really use YouTube that much, but it's kind of like something I'm planning to do more moving forward. And it's the same name, Lucas Bustillo. Yeah.
All right, glad to have you on board. EndlessCemetery, how are you doing?
I'm not doing too bad. How you doing?
Doing good.
So, yeah, I'm EndlessCemetery. I stream out of Baltimore, Maryland. I was born in Dayton, Ohio, but I grew up here in Baltimore. I became significantly more involved in politics and stuff after the Freddie Gray uprising.
Sorry.
It's fine. But yeah, I got more involved politically in terms of like reading theory and stuff after the Freddie Gray uprising here. And last year I got involved in streaming and stuff more when like I said earlier, I was live streaming from the protests after the George Floyd protests events here in Baltimore last year, streaming like police brutality and interviewing people in the street and stuff, interviewing police officers and stuff. And I guess you could describe me as a leftist. One of the cornerstones of my politics is abolition, so that's kind of where I'm coming from there.
All right. Happy to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Phil.
Happy to be here.
Phil. Happy to have you back. How are you doing?
Well. You need 5 wells for a truly dramatic introduction. Folks, the king has returned. It is I, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes the other podcast cower, your king of extreme, Phil KOE. Glad to be here. Hippy, Dippy, Mr. Geek, Danabo, all of these amazing shows. What do you do when not following them, folks? But you can find me, your king of extreme, at KOE Nation on YouTube, KOE Nation on Twitch, and now, brand new debuting, KOE Nation on TikTok, folks. My kingdom expands by the day. So folks, I am looking forward to spending this time with you, and thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us, and I cannot wait to get into these topics with all of these beautiful people. And with that, I yield back, folks.
Hell yeah. Bringing the energy and the spice. Always happy to have you on board. Speaking of energy, how is my co-host doing after this wonderful Hippy Dippy Rumble?
I'm doing outstanding.
Hell yeah. So yeah.
You see that? Hold on. It's the dramatic pause. See, that's what you got to wait for, folks. There's 5 wells, and then, of course, there's me. Right? So I want to welcome everybody here to the Hippy Dippy Sunday Recruitment Show, where it's going to be your job to entertain me. If I'm not entertained, you can bet your bottom fucking dollar I'm going to start saying some shit that at least entertains me, right? Because if the square root of who's being entertained involves me, well, that means I'm going to have a good time, and hopefully everybody else is going to at home as well. And that's what we're always shooting for around these parts. And with that, Mr. Geek, always a pleasure to be here, buddy. I'm looking forward to a good conversation, and I feel like Lucas is going to bring something a little special tonight.
Hell yeah. I hope so. But yeah,
Although he
I'm
doesn't
really
look like it
excited.
right now. He's not even smiling. I mean, look at him. He's now he's smiling. Putting him on the spot. I love it. All right, buddy.
Goddamn brutal.
I'm really excited for tonight, though. DoubleShine, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. So hello everyone, my name is DoubleShine. I'm a new content creator with a focus on gaming and entertainment, but after seeing all of these political YouTubers and Twitch streamers getting into the gaming space, I'm taking back the political space with my amazing takes, reclaiming our lost land. I consider myself a social democrat with a primary interest in economics, philosophy, and culture wars, and I'm just really excited to be here and get the opportunity to speak with all of these lovely guests tonight.
All you really did was just join the biggest portion of the crowd. You could have at least said, I'm taking it back, and then I'm conservative. But no, you're just joining everybody else.
There's
Welcome
too many
to
of you guys.
the one of millions.
Alec Gunter, how are you doing?
Well, I'm doing all right. I'm a little bit congested because I was just at my girlfriend's house all day and she's got a cat. So if I do cough a lot during the stream, I apologize. I promise it's not COVID.
I got
Anyway,
COVID.
my name is Alec Gunter. I'm mainly a politics streamer these days. I actually started off as a gaming streamer. Wasn't really getting anywhere with that. So because I got into Twitch because of politics, I decided to just copy everyone else and get into it myself. So, here I am. I'm trying to get into some panels, get my name out there a little bit, and hopefully meet some cool people and, learn a thing or two about what everybody thinks about, current events and politics and all that.
All right. Happy to have you on board. Last but not least, who has been patiently waiting, Alesto. How are you doing?
Hello, everyone. My name is Alesto. I used to be a content creator for games, but I'm going to take DoubleShine, and I'm going to say we are going to retake that platform because this platform is a gaming platform. So my name is Alesto. You can find me pretty much on anything under that name. If you can't, then I am the true Alesto on Twitter, and you can always send me a message.
He's way too humble, folks. It's the amazing Alesto. Get it right, folks, right? Not the amazing, the amazing, right? Because he's bringing it back for the e-gamers.
Incredible.
You love to see it.
Entrapping. I mean, folks, come on now. It's Alesto. What are you doing? Follow the guy.
Hell yeah. But yeah, let's go over the rules real quick.
Rules.
If you're familiar with the Hippy, there's not going to be a lot of change. Nothing TOS, obviously. Please respect everyone's gender and everyone's pronouns. What else? So we're gonna have one fun topic, one serious topic, and one fun topic to close. We're gonna have introduction and a closing statement. During intro and closing, you are not allowed to interrupt. And also when I speak, it's to moderate. So yeah, when I speak, no one else speak. That's going to be something. I'm going to be super hard on that. I'm here to moderate. So yeah, I don't want to have to yell. It's late for me. So yeah.
If you hear someone yelling, it's probably me to make all the rest of you fuckers shut up. All right, that's probably what it is. Okay.
True.
So
That's the only reason I came on, to have you yell at me.
Please yell at me.
yeah, we'll have to start charging for this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Take some of this to OnlyFans, folks.
But yeah, beside that, yeah, I think tonight is going to be a wonderful show. So with that being said, let's start right now with the first topic, which is a fun one. Why?
You sounded real convinced.
Fun.
I was being
He's like, it's a fun one? Question mark?
The first topic, because CTV triggered me, the first topic is going to be why are women? That's it. No, more seriously, the first topic of tonight is going to be, is there one thing you have done that you would never do again?
Ooh.
Most of it. Are you kidding me?
All right.
Oh, Jesus.
Is there
Oh,
one
I can-
thing you have done that you would never do again? And with that being said, I'm going to throw it to who looks the most ready? DoubleShine.
Yeah, all right. Well, I hope she's not watching right now, but I'm gonna admit something. When I was
We
a
all
kid,
got one of those stories.
when I was a kid, I stole $20 from my mom's purse, and I regret it every day of my life. And I don't think she ever found. Maybe she knew, but she never, yelled at me. She never told me what I was doing wrong. But damn, I would never do that again. I regret that so much. It was a big mistake. And if she caught me stealing money at this age, I think I'd probably get in trouble, maybe even legally. So hopefully I won't be forced into that.
All right. Lucas.
I mean, I don't have anything that I would never do again, like that I wish I hadn't done. I would say mostly there are things that I wish I would have learned from someone else's experience, but I don't want to change my life. I like my life the way it is, so nothing to change.
All right. Phil.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry, it's going to be tough to top what we've had thus far. I mean, DoubleShine, do you got any, stole a cookie out of the cookie jar stories you'd like to share? I mean, come on, man. Took a 20 out of your mom's purse. Like, if that's the worst you could say, you've lived a fucking amazingly good life. Like, holy shit, you should write a book, man. I'm giving you shit. I'm busting your balls. I'm sorry.
She's a kind lady.
Oh, I know. I would never dream of but in all honesty, one thing, first thing that comes to my mind, years ago, I was going to a mixed martial arts gym about 3 times a week, starting to get really good. Then my mouth got a little bit bigger than my head was and my skills were, and I talked a little smack to a guy that I didn't know was a professional fighter with a record of 10-4. And he said, "Why don't you hop into the cage with me, Phil? Let's spar a little bit." And it was amazing. Almost every move either one of us did resulted in a hard part of his body hitting me in the face. It was that was a very teachable moment, as I would say. So that was one. If I could go back, yeah, probably. That one probably cost me at least an IQ point. That one was quite a teachable day, but that's one that first thing that comes to mind is, it's probably being a little bit of an asshole there. Probably had that one coming. So yeah, that's one that and when DoubleShine said, "Well, boy, I hope she doesn't hear this," I figured every guy in this panel would have something I wish I didn't do, which involves some woman that I shouldn't have gotten into a relationship with. I figured every guy would just be that story, but nope. We have risen above. We've risen above. We might make it as a species, folks. And with that, I yield back.
Hell yeah. EndlessCemetery.
So, wow. It honestly took me a second to think of something. And you guys have all had some pretty cool things to say. I feel really bad for your mom, DoubleShine. But I would have to say allowing my friendships with people, or like my feelings as far as wanting to be friends with people or not wanting to rock the boat in terms of politics, allow me to enter into situations that might not have been great in terms of my personal physical safety, but also just bringing negative elements in the community. Like 2 smack examples, because I know I'm kind of speaking kind of abstractly, I realize, but I used to play metal. I played a lot of metal, and I ended up in a band where 2 of the members I found out were neo-Nazis, and it was just because I was so far into the realm of whatever, your politics are your politics, my politics are my politics, whatever. I was on the fence, and also I used to get really into content like into the ANCAP content back in the day. I'm gonna name drop here. That's gonna be really funny, but I was a really big fan of Stefan Molyneux way back in the day before he made that weird hard right and started talking about how black people have smaller skulls or whatever. But yeah. I guess I would never do that again. I would definitely like pay more attention to politics and let that influence how I move with people more so now than I would have, say, 10, 15, 20 years ago.
All right. Alec.
Yeah, at first I was gonna say the time I read Robinson Crusoe, but I decided that's boring. So instead, there was a time that I was 7 years old, and my mom was pregnant with my youngest brother, and I was like, and we were talking about due dates, right? What a due date is. I said, "What's a due date, mommy?" She says, "Well, son, it's when the baby's expected, right, to come out." And I said, "Oh, okay." And then a new wrinkle like formed in my brain, and I was like, "Wow, that's so cool, right?" And I'm walking around high and mighty with this new knowledge that I have, and I was at the dance studio that I used to go to, and I saw this rather larger woman, and little 7-year-old me.
No.
I was ready to strut my stuff, baby. I was ready. I was like, "All right, here it goes. I'm a genius." And I looked her dead in the eye, and I put my arm on the railing like this, and I'm like, "So when's your due date?" Oh no, dude, it was bad. It was really bad.
Rest in peace.
And you know, I'm like 7 years old, so she just looks at me and she's like, "Oh, I'm not pregnant. I'm just fat." And I felt like immediately my heart dropped to my stomach, and I'm like, "Oh, I fucked up." I turned around, walked away, never saw her again. So that was when I learned: do not ever assume.
I had a similar moment like that in the mall, working in the mall one time. Someone was looking for someone else, and I was like, "Where are you, his mom?" She was like, "I'm his sister," and I was just like, "Oh, rest in peace."
Well, to be fair,
Wait.
Oh, okay,
We
go on,
still
go
have
on.
people to go, but
Sorry.
I just
I'll
want to.
I'll put a pin on it.
Still good though.
Also, hi, Stardust.
Yeah, I just wanted
Hello.
Welcome, Stardust.
to
Hello, so sorry
introduce
about that.
Stardust. Yeah. How are you doing?
So sorry. Good. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Peachy
Doing
Keen.
well.
You're joining
Doing
right
good.
at the right moment. We just finished the introduction, so yeah, if you want to do yours, and we're talking about the first topic, which is there one thing you have done that you would never do again? So if you want, you can combine your intro and like your response to that.
Okay. Right. So I'm Stardust. Late, very late. I'm so sorry about that. I host Chaos Cast 2 times a week. We have the Thursday one, and then we have the Saturday one, which is a Crown Royale kind of show. And then I just stream every day because I have no life outside of this. Right. One thing that I've done that I would never do again. I'm gonna have to come back to. Can you come back to me on that?
Yeah, for sure.
I
Yeah.
thought I knew your answer.
It took me a while too. Don't feel bad.
I thought I genuinely knew what Stardust's answer was going to be.
What do you think it? What do you think it is, CT?
I figured for sure you'd say that you didn't want to see your dad's dick.
Oh well, I have no way of seeing it again, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but it's like one thing. The topic is name one thing that you did that you wish you didn't get to do. Right? Say that one more time, geek. I feel like I'm fucking it up.
Is there one thing you have done that you would never do again?
One thing you've done that you never do again, right? That's why I thought, like, for sure, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know.
All right. I come back to you
I did
later.
see my dad's dick. Just so you guys know, that's what CTV is talking about. One time I saw my dad's dick. So if you were curious, that's what this is about. So yeah.
Childhood
It's
trauma
normal.
bits
All right.
character.
Alistair, go ahead.
As a medical worker, I see private parts almost daily.
Yeah, it's normal. It's
Yeah.
normal. It's just not normal to talk about it. But at one time I saw it, just so you guys know. So.
Oh,
My
you
mom's
don't
a
want to hear
mortician.
ER
Okay
talk.
then. Okay.
I think we've all.
All right.
Alex,
Alistair, wait. Alistair, I want to hear his intro statement. Go ahead.
So my intro statement is I'm an adventurous person. I will do just about anything. So I don't have anything that I won't do again, but I will say things that I will do repeatedly, and I enjoy doing it. Shooting guns is one of them. Hog hunting is another one. If you want to talk about something that scares the living daylights out of me, I've never done it, but being lost in space would just scare the bejeebies out of me. But that's about it.
Like, how would you get back? Like, that would be horrifying.
That's the question. How would you get back?
Yeah, take enough drugs and you can find
And
out.
start swimming back.
Well, medical worker, I can't take drugs, so I apologize.
It's a risk you got to take if you want to get
But
lost
I will
in
live
space.
vicariously through you, if you don't mind, about drugs.
I'll let you know how it is.
Oh Lord Almighty! Well, that was
CTV,
enlightening.
wait. We're still doing the intro, real quick. CTV, go.
Well, name one thing I wouldn't do. You know what I wouldn't do again? I wouldn't fucking catch COVID. I would not do that shit again. It fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. So there you go.
Same.
I don't think that's how that works.
What do you mean that's not how it works? That's exactly how it works. You know, and you know why it works that way? Because we're allowing women to just walk around and spread COVID. Okay. You see the wife in the background. See, pay attention. See, we're letting women, right, just fucking walk around and just give
Walk
fucking
through
men.
the valley of the shadow of
I'll eat
death.
daggone women. That's right.
So now we're back to why are women.
agree.
Okay.
CTV's going, let me tell you something about women folk rant. Like,
That's
okay,
right.
All right.
That's right.
Good.
Darn
So-
whammons.
Respect women.
Besides Stardust, did I forget anyone? No?
I think you got us all.
Alright. Stardust, did you find your answer?
I think she did.
I got dengue fever as a kid. That wasn't fun. I got dengue fever and pneumonia at the same time. That was not fun. Yeah. So probably wouldn't do that again. Yeah.
Yikes.
God damn.
Oh. Like, yeah,
And-
that's a twofer.
Yeah, and with that you can engage. The floor is yours.
So women really are breeding grounds for disease, huh?
Well, look, a mosquito bit me. A mosquito bit me while I was in India. I got dengue fever from that. I somehow got pneumonia from the plane ride back. So by the time I got to the US, I was fucked.
That sounds
I'm
so
actually
scary.
going to change my answer. I will not do a COVID vaccine again. As someone that has had severe side effects from it.
Oh, and
Well,
just like that, let's just dive right into country. Like Mr. Gink and Dan about just like, Jesus Christ, really?
Yeah, honestly, I'm impressed that nobody
God.
made like a ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend joke. Props, guys, for being a little more creative.
Yo, Alec Gunter.
Yeah, I don't know how this is a topic you can argue. It's really just people telling
So,
what
guy,
their
just poop
personal
out.
experiences
Yeah,
are in
share
life.
your experiences.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, Alec Gunter. I'm not sure that going to let's say a oversized woman and just asking, hey, are you pregnant? I don't think that's gonna go well either.
Yikes.
Oh no, no, I would never do that
Asked me
again.
that when I was 13. I was like, bro, what the fuck? I'm just fat. I'm fat.
in the
Dude,
medical
can you let
industry
me
now.
live?
I'm in the medical industry now, so sometimes it's literally my job, but I haven't had to ask it yet.
See, Alec, you say that you got embarrassed when you were 7. I'm pretty sure I did that when I was like 14. So,
Dude,
you know,
I-
we've all
yeah.
been there. It just happens at a different
Oh.
age. For
I
some
You know
of
what?
us.
I did it at
You know-
19, okay? So it doesn't make if it makes you feel any better.
I could have said any number of things I did when I was 14. Please.
I was about to say, I
yeah.
almost did the
It's a
same thing when I was
cursed age.
12, but my mom
Yeah.
stopped me. He's like, no, she's not pregnant. Shut up. No. I was like, oh, thanks. Good save, Mom. So, yeah, I think we've all almost made that mistake once or twice. So,
I don't remember much of my youth. I had facial reconstruction when I was 16,
Oof.
17, so I
Oh,
don't
man.
remember much of my young self.
I don't remember a whole lot, but
Oh, this just got
certain
sad.
things stick out.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mostly the bad stuff.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, I remember pretty much everything. It sucks.
Oof. It's a curse.
I mean, you get the 1-2 in the face. We can change that if you want. I'm not saying me and you, but I'm saying that's.
I was gonna say
usually what
I'm
happens.
good. I think I'm good.
I don't even remember
I
how
like
old I
my
was the
face.
other night. Embarrassing.
Did you guys
Let's
ever
just-
do this thing as a kid where like you stay up all night like right before a test studying, and then you actually show up to the test and like you can't focus at all, and you're like, why did I even study all night? What a waste of time.
Yep.
It's like well, what am I doing? And then you just fail the test
Well,
anyways.
Yeah.
The secret is pull an all-nighter, but then get like at least an hour power nap, and then you're good. And then you can just crash after that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I used to just show up and take the test and then ace it, but that would not reflect like the amount
Oh.
of homework that I had done throughout the semester, and it
Oh,
would end up pissing off the teacher whenever
Yeah.
I make like a 98 on the fucking end of course test, but like my average is a D.
Yeah, no homework, gang. No, that was me. It's like homework. What do you mean? I don't understand.
I just spent all fucking day in this facility.
Do it.
Yeah.
I grew up undiagnosed ADHD, so forget it. Like I
Likewise,
still
yeah.
somehow got A's most of the time, but nah, man, I hated homework. I was
aced
an all-nighter
tests.
champ.
I'm one of those people that just has 30 Wikipedia tabs open, so that lent itself to me
True.
just acing tests all the time. So, like just
Did
like
you
what
ever figure
CTV
out
was
which one
saying.
plays the music?
I mute them all of them
Aw,
muted.
you
Every
lucky.
last one of them.
I've
Yeah.
always been a pretty big advocate of no homework. I think it's really silly to send homework home with children, and all it does is really cause conflict at home, and it causes the
Facts.
school to reach even further into somebody's personal life. I mean,
Right.
like to me,
Based as
that's
fuck.
ah,
So
thank
I'm
you.
just
thank you.
Thanks.
I'm anti-schooling in general. I think we need to just get kids sure, if the kid decides they want to go to school, sure they can go to school. But I think we should just like put them into the workforce as soon as possible. Like
Yikes.
we could be really using that labor.
No.
What are you talking about? Like we have
Yeah,
a labor
it's gonna be a whole
shortage
nother
because of
debate.
COVID now.
Partner, I started paying into Social Security when I was 13 years old. So
I did too.
Yikes.
And
I
so
think
by the
that-
time I was to 23, I had 10 years of farming experience. So, I mean, it's something to think about. I mean, in this country, we've got the oldest children in the world. According to insurance companies, you're a child until you're 6 years old. So, to me, now granted, child labor, generally no, but on the farm, that's how you learn is you get
Yeah.
started
12
early.
or 13, why not? Right? Just take them. I
mm,
mean, either way, like either they go to school, and if they don't go to school, then they go to work, right? But they can
Artist.
choose.
I
But
think
not-
you're not a big fan of mandatory bedtimes, and that's why you're trying to get rid of them.
No,
I
I'm,
love that discussion.
I think
I
so.
know how much you slept in today.
So for certain industries, like what Phil was saying, like farming, like my parents are morticians. I first stepped in the embalming room when I was like 12 years old, right? For certain industries, it makes sense. Like, okay, you're teaching your
Trades.
kids you're passing this skill on to your children, right? But as far as like other forms of labor, like I feel like if it were adequately meted out, then people would have enough time and enough willpower, enough energy to actually like raise and teach their own kids until they were ready to enter the workforce or labor force or what have you. But that's just me.
I'm of the opinion that there's a big difference between like going there because that's something that you're interested in and passionate about and helping out because like, oh, this is cool. Like, this is what I want to do when I grow up versus like being 13 and going to work at McDonald's for $8 an hour. Like there's zero fulfillment in that.
Facts.
So I think there's a discussion to be had between the differences there, but that's just me. That's a whole other bag to open.
I'd say whenever you start getting into children and their rights and what they should do, shouldn't do, that is always a really sticky discussion because it's something like I always got to keep in mind, like with my daughter, is every time I talk to her, her brain is developing so fast that she is exponentially more intelligent than the last time I talked to her, and it's an amazing thing to watch. And so that is something to keep in mind. Now, when it comes to schooling, I even homeschooled my daughter for 6 months for health reasons. And so, like, I even joke, yes, I was a homeschool dad, or wait, principal. And yeah, I made a lot of jokes about, well, my little one, she's the best soloist at my homeschool. She's the valedictorian. She's the top of her class. Let me tell you, folks, she's going places at this.
She class president too.
Oh, of course, and class emperor, really.
Nice.
So yeah, I understand that
Class
there's a
emperor,
lot of
'cause
different.
no elections, right?
Well, there's a lot of different paths that folks can go on when it comes to raising their children, but everybody thinks that you have to be on this set train tracks that society's kind of already set for you, and there are different ways. Now, granted, Stardust has pointed out that there can be negatives But you know what? Like I said, when it comes to trades, there can be some give and take here. Wow. I must just be so brilliant. Everyone's just speechless. God damn it, it's awesome.
Work should be optional.
I'm just saying, if the kids don't go to work and they don't go to school, then we just put them into jail, right? And then they work anyways when they're in jail.
Boy, Stardust, that's a very extreme version of idle hands are the instrument of the devil. Like,
we already have the school to the prison pipeline. I mean, I'm just expediting the process at that point.
Certainly.
So.
But
I feel like if I was a kid like working though, I feel like I would injure myself on like a daily basis to where like it wouldn't even be worth having me around, you know?
You don't want to put children in those types of jobs.
You can put me in literally any job. I was like walking into doors and stuff like that. I was a very injury prone kid. My parents are not happy about me.
Jesus Christ. Lord almighty.
Kind of hard to
Can you imagine like getting insurance for like your 12-year-old kid walking around the store every day? Like that would suck.
Yeah, my 12-year-old coal miner.
They put me back in school.
Your 12-year-old needs workers' comp.
You know what? I figured out the fucking formula for the Sunday show now. I figured it out. This is why this is the recruitment show. They give you like the smallest nugget of something to talk about, and then you're expected to carry on the fucking content, right, for the entire hour, and you're just like, what the fuck do we talk about now, right? This is some bullshit, Danabo. I need something like tangible. Like, what is
Annabelle
this?
just told me to come in and be spicy, all right?
What is it?
Come
I
in with the
thought
spicy memes, all right? And so I'm just telling you, school doesn't do shit for the people that are already going to go to prison, right? We already got the school to prison pipeline. So let's just expedite the process, take those people out of the school to prison pipeline, right? Either put them in the workforce so they don't go to prison, or just send them to prison.
Yes,
I'm with the
There's also
prison
the
gang,
opposite end of that where, you know, people talk about how you just can't get a good job and you just aren't worth shit unless you got a college degree. And really, at this point, college is no longer really a filter for intelligence. It's a filter for class.
It is.
It really is. Who do you know? How do you know? It really, like, what is an Ivy League education degree worth?
Damn, base.
It's worth the piece of paper that says, look at what I was able to get into. Because
Look what I
let's
could
be frank,
afford.
any university, any college you go to, you can learn more knowledge than your brain can hold. I mean, just think of any library at any college. Think of what's available to you on the World Wide Web. Think of just the great knowledge that these professors would have to give you. And so if we're going to talk about on that pipeline, what about the other pipeline here? So I was
going to say, just like, oh, sorry. Yeah. But it was just kind of yikes. Cause like 13th Amendment, like the reason why that school to prison pipeline exists is because that's literally just slavery. So like, I don't get like
pipelines are bad for the environment.
Oh, right. If we're taking people out of school, we're stopping them from going down that pipeline, right? And they can just go straight to work, right? Make money for themselves. And then if they want to, they can decide to continue school. And they aren't, subjected to
the
that.
antithesis to crime is education.
Going to college.
Right. The antithesis to crime is education. So you'd either have to make the education system we have better by making it not like prison, or trade schools. I fuck around. My experience is like Baltimore City schools and Baltimore County public schools, and like just seeing the difference between like the Baltimore County's public school that I went to, my elementary school looked like, from like those movies where like the high school looks like a shuttle launch facility or something. And then, the city schools are like literally like diet prisons. They have like barred windows if they even have windows. You got metal detectors. You got to have clear backpacks because you're getting patted down on the way in, all that kind of goofy shit. Like, no wonder, you know what I mean? Like, it just kind of like you should just pour effort and resources into that as opposed to what we have now.
One thing that I think would be like super base would be if like after you turned 18, like you graduated high school, you have like your degree, then you had to like work for like 5 years in like whatever industry, some like minimum wage job, and then only when you're like in your like 20s after like 5 years of work, then you go to college. I think that would actually be so cool because I think like Phil, you talked about how the degree you get, it's much more about the like opportunities, the experience that you have of college, not necessarily the education you get. And like giving people that time to actually think about what they want out of college would be so like helpful. I think it would be so good for people.
Well, it's not even that. Like, so there's actually one of my favorite economists. Actually, his name is Brian Kaplan. He wrote a book, and it's called the case. Shut up. It's called the sorry, dogs. It's called The Case Against Education, and he talks a lot about in the book about how most of the education that kids spend in school, they're actually wasting most of their time, and most of the knowledge that they obtain, they don't even retain it. And in reality, the diploma just becomes a signaling thing for future employers. It's like I'm good at obeying, I'm good at taking orders. That's all that's all it does. It doesn't really say anything about how smart you are. It doesn't really say anything about how good of an employee you are. It just means that you're good at taking orders.
What's the most difficult thing about getting an Ivy League degree? Getting accepted.
Yeah, it's a class indicator, like you were saying.
Yeah, it's a class filter. That's really what it does. And so, but it's kind of strange that like we always used to hear you ain't gonna do shit without a college degree, and now that ain't quite worth what it used to be, and now you're having to go for more and more training even past that. So, I mean, and that's gonna happen because you got some universities that have like 90% admission rate, 95% admission rate, 99% admission rate. So of course that you're going to have an inflation of the value.
Just eliminate it. Just get rid of all of it.
Well, I still think the value of a college degree is still pretty substantial. Like, we can look through statistics, and like the median wage of people with a degree is like it's significantly higher. So, like college is still valuable, and I think that like just because we have higher acceptance rates for different levels of education, I still think that's fine. I do agree though that like when you get to these Ivy Leagues, it's kind of like a absolute like crapshoot as to who actually can get in and stuff. And it's so hard because I don't even know how you can deal with that like large amount of people who are trying to get into one college.
Seem to be that big of a crapshoot, though, because I went to the same school as my papa, my grandpapa, my grandpapa, papa. Like, so that doesn't seem to be quite as much of a crapshoot, though.
Well, I think like when you look at like how many people are applying to schools, like UCLA, I think is like the #1 applied to school, and it's just like it's an insane amount to the point where I almost feel like you almost have to get lucky in a sense because like there's almost no amount of vetting I think that could accurately find the absolute top candidates to get into a college when you're dealing with that many applicants.
Luck. I would argue that luck is the #1 factor in getting into college, just from birth straight up till you admit. Like that's just it. But that's just like it's all about your circumstances and everything.
That's definitely
luck
true.
is huge. Rolling at 20 on luck, you get your pick of the choice or pick of the crop, I guess.
Depends on your spawn point, you know what I mean? You gotta have a good spawn.
If you're lucky enough to get a parent who, went to school, maybe you'll get a legacy admission, and maybe that admission doesn't even matter. So yeah.
Yep.
That's not always true because, like, my family, for instance, they don't have degrees, but my sister's a dual degree right now, and she's actually going for her third, a master's and a bachelor's.
Yeah.
So
that's great.
It's not always true, but then again, also I want to point out a lot of companies. You can wipe your ass with this degree. They don't care what school you went to as long as you have it.
Mm-hmm. C's get degrees, baby. Don't matter if you graduate summa cum laude or last in your class.
The joke is, what do you call a doctor that makes C's? Still a doctor.
That's true.
And with that,
I do think that like at some.
That's what I did in nursing.
I think we're gonna. I think this topic died down. I think we exploited the Sunday recipe too much. So
I'm not even sure it really took off.
Was I thought were we talking about Kyle Rittenhouse? Was that supposed to be a thing? We're talking about Kyle Rittenhouse?
Yeah. That's the topic coming right after that. But yeah. And by the way,
conversation so far.
If you want to take your complaints about the topic, twitch.tv/Danabo is the place, Like about him rigging the show beforehand, sending DMs to people. This is the place to go. So yeah.
I think we'll have a talk with Danabo later.
Let's go. But I think we're going to skip like closing statement on that one and dive right into the main topic.
I'm right. You're all wrong. That was my closing statement.
But
I concede.
Okay, bye. Good point.
yeah, like before
Clearly,
that,
everybody agreed with me. I won, so
true.
good
I
stuff.
don't like child slaves, so I disagree with you.
Yeah, I'm not in
Never
child
said
slavery.
anything about slaves. I never
Can't-
said anything about slaves. They
can't
have
get down
all
with the
the
child labor.
agency. Look, they have all the agency. They can make the
Great
decisions
joke when I
themselves
wrote it
whether they want to
20
go
seconds
to
ago.
school or go into the workforce.
But in capitalism,
True,
if you
right.
don't work, you
Hardcore.
starve. So like, how is
All right.
that? I don't get it.
They can work or they can go to
Oh.
school. That's
You know
it.
what? I'll throw a third one. You do a
I mean,
military on top of
that's in every system, though. Every system you got to work. or you
Somehow
die.
it's taken back off again. This is
No, no.
amazing.
Incredible. But yeah, with that being said, I just want to thank everyone for being
That's
here
my
today. I really appreciate it. And yeah, for everyone in everyone's chat, go follow, everyone on this panel. They all deserve it. You're awesome for being here. So
Thank you.
yeah. Main topic, the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. I think, yeah. I don't think I need to say more. I'm going to let you take it wherever you go, wherever you want. And yeah, I'm going to start with Stardust.
Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Well, I think it was disingenuous if we're okay. So if we're talking just about the trial, I think it's disingenuous that that all of these agencies kind of ran with this this point that his lawyer opened by saying the N-word. I mean, technically it's true, but he was quoting somebody, wasn't he? Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah, I think he was quoting what he heard one of the protesters,
Yeah.
what he's alleging one of the protesters said to Kyle Rittenhouse
It was
before.
Rosenbaum that
if
said
it
that.
wasn't.
Uh,
I'd be shocked if it wasn't. What context would matter then?
yeah. We're doing it. We're still in opening, but yeah, go ahead, Stardust.
Yeah, that's I think probably the most recent thing that I saw was that article that Kyle Rittenhouse's lawyer opens with saying the N-word, and it's like, yeah,
Clickbait.
technically it is true, but technically, I mean, there's clearly like some context there that is left out, and it is important to include that context. So.
All right. I'm going to throw it to EndlessCemetery.
So I think just in general, he probably should not have been there. Probably is indefinitely. He wasn't from the area. According to the testimony of the people whose property it was that he was allegedly defending, they did not request for him to be there, did not know that he was there, had no idea any of the events of the night happened on their property there. It's just, in terms of his personal safety, there is definitely some gray area, I feel like, that obviously they're going to figure out in terms of self-defense with him being attacked by the crowd or so on. But from what I gathered, because I haven't really had enough time to actually watch any of the trial, but I watched some highlights and took a few notes. But from what I gathered, Joseph Rosenbaum, whom he killed, was actually previously medicated for bipolar disorder the night before and unarmed. And the other person that he killed, the skateboard that he allegedly was attacking him with, was actually his main form of transportation, which it's not saying that it was impossible that he was trying to hit him with the skateboard or that being hit with a skateboard isn't dangerous. It's just saying that I feel like as if we're talking about two people who shouldn't have been there and two people who a critically thinking veteran, I see you. That's what's up. Two people who shouldn't be there in terms of like, okay, these people are both in the wrong. I feel like if you're going to have someone there with a skateboard, I would much prefer that as opposed to, like a fucking AR-15 rifle with this dude just letting off rounds in the crowds of unarmed people, So, in terms of like a verdict, I would like I said at the start, I'm a prison abolitionist. That's like one of the cornerstones of my politics. People going to jail for life and recidivism and all that sort of thing is stuff that I don't want to see. Which is not to say that I don't think he should face any punishment or see any recourse for the things that he did, especially when it comes to the feelings of his victims' families. But at the same time, we have the justice system that we have, and it's fucked. And he's probably gonna walk, and a bunch of like chuds and like right wingers of shit are gonna lionize him. And even if he gets convicted and gets a shitload of time, then they're probably gonna martyr him. And the scary thing is just like with the January 6th shit. The thing is, he's probably gonna walk, and then he's gonna run for office, and that's what's gonna be crazy. So,
All right. I'm going to throw it to Phil.
Yes, thank you, sir. So this is, I would have to say, the trial of this century. OJ was the trial of last century. This is the one that's captivated everyone's imagination this time around. Rittenhouse. Is he going to walk or is he going to sit in the big house? That is the question that we're all trying to figure out, and we're all trying to read the tea leaves from the defense and the prosecution. And from what I've seen from this last week, this is one of those few instances where you could make the joke where the defense is almost trying to throw the case for the prosecution and the prosecution's trying to win it for the defense. They've both done such a bungled job in several instances that I'm kind of shocked at what I'm seeing here. Where the defense really messed up was in the prosecution's opening statement. They just let the prosecutor just editorialize and just talk about how Rittenhouse is this and that, and he's this rapscallion ne'er-do-well, and we wouldn't do and yeah, so that there should have been a few objections there, which again, that's just my opine. Where the prosecution really messed up was two big instances. The first one is, in any jurisprudence, you don't ever, and I mean ever, ask a question unless you know what the answer's going to be. And the prosecution asked their own witnesses questions, and one said, well, how did you know he would want to do that? Well, he did say, fuck you, and then he reached for the gun. It's like, oh, no. So that's, if you're on the prosecution, that was bad. And then the other one was even letting the jury know about Rosenbaum just being let out of a commitment earlier that day. Like, Rosenbaum's girlfriend, I think, did more for the defense than it did for the prosecution by far. So those are just some things to think about, and just a few of my takeaways from the first week. And at this point, whether you think Kyle is just Boy Scout on a hill or just the worst rapscallion ne'er-do-well that ever walked the streets, it looks like I would be very shocked if he was not if he didn't walk on all charges at this point, just because the prosecution's done not the best job in this instance. So, that what your thoughts are on Kyle himself, that is up for you to decide. But just from what I've seen from this first week, now I have been wrong and I have been shocked before, but we will see what happens. And folks, these lips of mine, they can speak no evil. And with that, I yield back to you beautiful people.
All right, I'm going to throw it to Adesto.
I'm going to keep it short because I've got jabs on every single one of you guys so far that said claims. But so far, that was his community. He worked in that community. His dad was in that community. He even got paid in that community. So, yeah, it might be a 20-minute drive across state lines is what someone... I hope to God someone brings that up in here. That's a non-issue. Now, going on to the prosecution and the defense... Why are we seeing the prosecution defend Kyle Rittenhouse more than the defense is defending him? That is my big number one thing this whole thing that I've watched, the several hours that I've watched. Personally, I think all but maybe two should be acquittal. 2 charges, and they're very basic charges. One of them's a $200 fine. The other one is a 6 months max in prison, which he's already served. Now with that, I yield to anyone else.
I just wanted to in the comment about him living 20 minutes away, like I feel like that's kind of important.
I'm sorry to cut you, but we're
We'll
still
get
doing
to that. Trust you me.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
We're still doing opening, and you can address that like
Oh,
when
yeah,
it's going
sorry.
to be open for everyone. I'm going to throw it to Lucas.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna have the hottest opinion here. I think even though Kyle was a minor, he definitely had the right to be there, and I think he did a good job by just being there. I am a big proponent of community policing. I think people should have the right to protect their communities and the communities that people care for. I think Kyle is innocent. If he does get prosecuted, this is definitely a kangaroo court. Rosenberg was definitely assaulting him. He was not letting off rounds like EndlessCemetery said. He only shot 3 people, all 3 of them who assaulted him. Rosenbaum died assaulting minors like he was put in the mental institution for. Nothing much to say about that. And yeah, like Alesso said, he only lived 20 minutes away. He worked there. His dad worked there. He spent a lot of time in that community. His friend go there. His friends lived there. He was very attached to that community, and he definitely had the right to defend it.
All right, I'm going to throw it to DoubleShine.
Yeah, so I think looking at the Kyle Rittenhouse trial specifically, I think the prosecution has done a really bad job of arguing their case. However, I also think that they are coming from a pretty losing position. So even if we can fathom that they might have done a better job, I still think that overall, there's no way that they're going to win this. Of the 6 charges levied at Kyle Rittenhouse, 5 of which are felonies. I don't think any of those stand up. Largely due to self-defense being pretty easily proven and justified here. And the only charge that I believe will perhaps stand is possession of a firearm underage, which is a misdemeanor, and I don't think that's what people are particularly interested in this case. It's easy to talk about things like, why was he there in the first place? Should we be allowed to bring guns to these kind of like rallies? Is that dangerous? But those are all like side arguments I think people bring up to take away from the main court case. Thank you.
All right, Alec Gunter.
Okay, so in any murder trial, which this is, it is important to establish a motive. And in this case, I think the main dividing line between each side is the motive. Was he acting in self-defense, or was he there purposefully to commit murder or harm somebody in some other way? I believe it is the latter, and that is because he was open carrying a loaded weapon. He was conspiring with other groups who, had said, we have lethal firearms. We have lethal firearms that we are prepared to use. He went to a community that he no longer lived in to protect property that nobody asked him to protect, and was there purposefully to instigate a situation in which he was forced to use his firearm. And that is why, at very best, you can give him second-degree murder to say that he was committing a felony offense. I believe I could be wrong on this. I believe it's a felony offense to carry a firearm that you don't own. I could be wrong on that. If not, it would be, manslaughter. But I personally believe that it's first-degree murder. He was there to instigate a situation and use a lethal weapon with lethal force against somebody. So that's my stance.
All right, and last but not least, CTV.
When you're sitting in a room where it seems that everybody seems to know quite a bit about what it is that's being talked about, the hardest thing to do is to not repeat what someone else has already said. So, I think that it's important to not only remember all of the facts that have been laid out, as everyone has gone along thus far, and it's important to understand the events as they happened. In this case, I can see no reason at all why any of the charges should land on anything based off of everything that I know about the case. Now, the one thing that I did find funny was when EndlessCemetery pointed out that skateboard was this person's, main means of conveyance. And I was like, well, shit. I just decided to hit somebody upside the head on my pickup truck since that's my main, means of conveyance. Right? That's why it's like it's really, I don't know. That's what ticked off in my brain, man. I heard something weird. I went, wow, So I figured I'd say the fucking one thing that I knew nobody else was going to say, because fuck y'all know all this shit, right? So this is where we're here for fun, right? On a serious topic, right? And Alec, you're not going to be able to make that case, although it's going to be interesting to hear you attempt it. All right.
Would you rather get hit with a skateboard or an F-150?
And with that,
Doesn't matter.
The floor is
Wait.
yours.
I'm sorry. The problem is, it's not about what would you rather. It's what actually happened. The guy showed up and hit him with a skateboard,
We're still
right?
in opening statements.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. We're not. The floor is yours.
I totally thought it was open.
Travel in anger.
Am I good to scream at Endless Cemetery?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. All right, yeah. So again, this idea of him bringing a skateboard, yeah, I would rather get hit by a skateboard than a gun. However, if someone is attacking me with their skateboard, yeah, I have every right to fire back. I don't understand how you can make that comparison. Like, these are different things. You have an aggressor and you have someone who's essentially a victim in this situation.
The skateboard did
doing
not come
self-defense.
first.
So,
Wait, what? Are you saying that?
I don't think it did it?
So
Wait,
hang on. Stop.
We've got a
So,
17-year-old
okay.
who's being attacked by a 34-year-old man
So
in the first scenario, right? That doesn't sound right to me. The man threw something at him, didn't he? So I can completely understand why a 17-year-old, because I was dumb as fuck as a 17-year-old. First off, I don't think he should have been there. I don't think he should have been there, but you know what?
Facts.
He was there, and that's what it was. And we have to look at the situation. He was there. So
if he was,
in
and
that
if he shouldn't have been there,
situation,
then nobody else
in-
should have been there either. And that's the
That's
other
nobody
also
else should have
true.
been there.
Well, you can argue that.
Yes. Okay, so let me finish my point here. Okay, so while maybe he shouldn't have been there in the first place, you've got a 17-year-old who's being attacked by a 34-year-old man, and being chased into a parking lot. I can completely understand why he would shoot, because it's self-defense. And then in the other two instances, it looks like they attacked him as well, or he was at least under reasonable suspicion that he was going to be attacked. So I don't see those charges sticking. At the most, it maybe if there's like a charge about whether he should have been there, maybe something like that. But it looks like self-defense in these. I mean, yes, he went there with a gun, but I don't think he actually intended to hurt any of those people who he did hurt, right? Because they attacked him first. So
Okay,
Okay.
So Endless Cemetery, you're like kind of making fun of this, but both you and Alec said that the intent of why he showed up there is relevant. It's absolutely not. Nobody in the trial, the prosecution, or the defense, nobody cares about that.
Is intent not relevant in a murder case?
It's
but
not
his
in this
intent-
because it's
very
what,
hard to
what the
prove in this
actions
instance.
actually were.
Well,
so while you
also,
can sit here,
I
you can
don't-
say conspiracies about how he showed up there to instigate violence. If he didn't actually,
What else did he
do that,
show
then
up
it
there
doesn't
for?
I was
matter.
just gonna
We've still
say it's
got
not a
three
conspiracy.
grown
Did
men.
he show up? He
Nobody
gets in a
knows.
fire
We
extinguisher.
saw
so
three
he
grown
didn't-
men
yeah.
Wait.
who went out of their way to
wait.
attack a
We got-
child. We have
Wait,
three
wait,
grown men who
wait.
tried to attack a child. I'm sorry.
We got too many people talking at the same time. We're not hearing anyone. So I want to hear
Can I go
Endless, and
really
after
quick?
that, I want to throw it to Lucas.
Okay, so two things. I'm gonna try to be really quick. So, as far as evidence that we heard from the trial, from what I saw in the trial, in terms of Joseph Rosenbaum and what happened with him with the skateboard, there is FBI, like infrared footage of Rittenhouse pursuing Rosenbaum, and then Rosenbaum turning and pursuing him, which is immaterial to the fact that, as Alec was implying and what he was getting to, which is also what I wanted to get to, is he showed up with an AR-15 rifle. He didn't show up with a med kit. He didn't show up with a bullhorn. He showed up with a rifle,
He did
a
show up with a
loaded rifle.
No, that's
get
not
up and
Can I
get
go?
up.
Can
Lucas,
I
he
go?
did show up with a
Wait,
med kit.
This is wrong.
He
did show up with a med kit.
Everything he just said is wrong.
Okay,
Yeah.
Lucas, go.
Fake news.
Yeah. So, first of all,
I'm sorry. I got fake information then.
So no, Rosenbaum was not running away from him. He was running away from Rosenbaum. He only shot Rosenbaum 2.6 seconds after his friend, Rosenbaum's friend, shot a shot to the air 30 feet away from Kyle. That's why he shot Rosenbaum, okay? That's the first thing. It wasn't him who started the aggression, okay? When right after that, Rosenbaum was coming at Kyle, and that's when he shot him, okay?
Okay, Lucas, you're actually throwing harder than the prosecution right now. He didn't shoot him because of gunshot. Okay, he shot him because he was getting charged. Rosenbaum was charging him, and he was willing to take the gun away. Okay, that's the important part. That's why self-defense was mandatory there.
Yes, but Rosenbaum's friend did fire a gun into the air, which also makes the situation way more deadly for Kyle. So it makes his case again for self-defense way more easier to be made because there was shots that were made by somebody that was a threat to him.
If I was 17 and I had it from what I'm hearing now, 2 grown men who are harassing me, right? And one of them, all I hear is a shot. That's fucking scary. Yeah, of course I would shoot somebody who's pursuing me.
If you had a gun.
I want to phrase
if I had a gun, which I don't.
I want to phrase Ernesto, and after that, Alejandro.
Weird.
The FBI footage was doctored. It actually, if you watch the full thing, it was shown that all of them were moving that direction. Rosenbaum went behind a vehicle. I think it was a truck. Put on that makeshift hood thing. He took his hat off.
The FBI doctored the footage?
No, someone doctored it.
Yeah.
Doctored the FBI's footage.
Yes. Now, that was what was shown before the court hearing. Now, what was shown at the court hearing, when you saw the 2 circles, the one going to behind the cars was Rosenbaum. He took his shirt off, put a mask, made a makeshift mask with that, and then charged Kyle Rittenhouse. And just before he charged him, you heard the shot go off, and Rosenbaum not tackled, but he fell down. Rosenbaum was on top of him, grabbed the gun, and then that's when Kyle shot Rosenbaum at that point in time. Now, there's context to this. Rosenbaum did have a chain. That is part of the court hearings that we saw. We don't know what happened to that chain. Could have been in the bag that he was carrying. Could have been in the bag that he threw at Kyle Rittenhouse. The skateboard was hit on Kyle. I mean, all of this is just self-defense.
Where you're losing me is when you're saying that the FBI footage was doctored by the defense.
No, it wasn't doctored by the defense. It was doctored by someone. We don't know who it was. And the defense
FBI footage.
Wait. Yeah,
we're talking about FBI
footage. Let Lucas finish. Yeah, Lucas knows this.
So the FBI footage was doctored by someone. We don't know who doctored it, okay? And the defense has no access to the original footage. The FBI has not granted access to the defense to the original footage. But
do we have the source for that, or
you want a source for the fact? I mean, do you watch the trial?
The court hearing.
I did watch the trial.
All of it, because a minute ago you said you've only watched a few minutes of it. Because
I said I got highlights of it. Yeah.
If you had watched the whole thing, you would know this.
What?
No, not the FBI. Why you guys keep lying about what I'm saying?
I'm not lying.
So here's what I'm now asking. Here's what I'm asking. They're saying that they don't have access to the original footage. The FBI said that. That's cool. How do you then get to they made the footage up? Or that the footage is doctored?
You didn't watch the trial. If you had watched the trial, you would know this. If you didn't watch the trial,
I didn't. I'm asking you now.
They said it during the trial that the footage was doctored. They said it.
I didn't watch the trial. What'd they say?
They said that I'm literally saying it right now. I literally said the file was. They said that the file was doctored, and the defense.
You're telling me that in a legal court case, they just said the footage is doctored, and the judge was like, "Okay, next question."
This feels like this actually feels like conspiracy. Can we actually talk about like the self-defense case? I feel like this is irrelevant. We're never actually going to know whether or not.
It's kind of relevant because it's demonstrating that he was literally chasing the dude before the dude turned around him.
He wasn't.
I have a question for you.
That has shown anything, and I think that one of the biggest things is that even like it's very clearly up to shooting. We have video footage of it constantly since day one of Rosenbaum charging him, trying to take away his gun.
That's not what I'm questioning.
For him.
That's not what I'm questioning. What I'm questioning is how does that end up happening in the first place, especially considering if you knew this person, we all know, especially now, that this person was mentally ill, right? Even at 17 years old, you should be able to tell.
That is not an excuse.
I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm not Can you?
And
I'm not
mentally ill
excusing.
people are incredibly violent
Chill.
at
I'm
times.
not excusing his behavior. I'm saying
Rosenbaum
if you saw,
did say he was going to
Well-
kill one of them if he could get them alone. He
I
did
want
say
to
he was
let-
gonna
so
do it.
then why would you enter in a situation where you're alone with this person? This is my
Running
question.
away from him. He was
he was trying to ambush
away
him.
from him. He was trying to ambush him, and it was not only him. It was also
Here, I'll
Rosenbaum
find the-
him
find
who
the footage.
shot it and shot it
Thank you,
into the
Lester.
air.
So you're telling me. Let me just give me a
This is
second.
what I'm seeing.
You're
Well,
I'm
telling
on
me
CNN.
that Rittenhouse should have known he was mentally ill and gotten out of eyesight when the dude was pursuing him?
I'm saying that Rittenhouse pursued
trying.
this dude and broke pursuit, and then the dude started pursuing him.
No,
Okay,
that's not
so
what
wait,
the
by the way,
what the facts
There's a-
are.
by the way,
That's what the FBI says.
No,
Oh my
no.
God.
What
They don't.
actually happened was Rosenbaum set the dumpster on fire. Kyle went to go put it out. That is where they're showing him pursuing Rosenbaum.
I don't think
And
any
then-
footage has shown that. I think that's not.
Well, no, this
Sorry.
is the
And
argument.
I don't think it's relevant
Wait,
either. I think that the important thing was that Rosenbaum was charging Rittenhouse. That's what needs to be focused on. And if you're charging someone with a gun, they have brandished that weapon. I think that is absurd to not assume that it is with lethal intent to kill you. Because had Rosenbaum gotten that gun, Rittenhouse would
Oh
be dead.
yeah. Oh
absolutely, he would be dead.
I don't
Yeah,
think
it
a
sucks
smart
about the
person-
Can I
gun,
just
didn't it?
clarify? I
know
can
that.
just
Wait, sorry.
we
Can I-
can
wait,
dis-
there's nothing wrong with- Go
I-
on, talk about
we
the
can-
guns
Well,
real
we
quick,
can't
because-
predict the future, but if you're a smart person, that would be a logical conclusion.
Okay, so you
That's
keep
why I
bringing
tell you
up
not to
that-
bring
you
guns to
keep-
protests,
you
but,
keep
you know.
bringing up that he brought a gun. You have to realize that
It was not a
literally
protest.
there were tons of guns there. Okay, it is a very violent place. I think that Moretti, who was a police officer on the scene, even said that someone armed with an AR-15 didn't mean much at the time. There were probably more people armed with weapons than not. Okay, so it's not like he showed up to the fucking shopping mall. Sorry, with the shopping mall with an AR-15. Okay, he showed up to a violent rally. There were tons of people going off with guns, and as Stardust pointed out, a guy shot a gun literally like seconds before the shooting. Okay, this is not like a unique thing.
He
Here.
showed
If you
up-
want to argue that guns shouldn't be allowed, that's fine. That's a completely side argument, has no relevance to the trial.
But you just said it. He showed up to a violent rally with a loaded weapon.
Yeah, because it
Why
was
would you do that?
if he did, though.
That was self-defense. And
Why would you go?
Self-defense if you put yourself into that situation.
Thank you.
Well, okay, I'm sorry.
Okay,
If
you
your
can
argument- if your
disagree with
argument is
the
correct,
reason that he was
No, no, no,
there.
no,
Wait
no,
a minute,
no, hang
wait a
on,
minute,
hang on,
wait a
hang on,
minute.
hang on.
Stardust, go, and after that, I want to hear from Phil.
Okay, so you can disagree with the reason that he was there. I disagree with the reason that he was there. You can disagree with his politics. I disagree with his politics. But the facts of the matter are that he was there and he was charged by a grown man as a 17-year-old. This man was also accompanied by somebody else who shot into the air, and this kid had every right and every reason to shoot for self-defense. If you think that somebody is pursuing you, then yes, you have the right to do that.
You don't really.
Excellent, excellent.
Phil,
Thank
depends
you.
what state
Now,
you're in.
if I may, people are saying he shouldn't have been there and he put himself in this situation. And even if that is completely true, it is also completely irrelevant. And I'm going to tell you why. If, let's say, for example, somebody sneaks into a bar with a fake ID, so it's an underage person in a bar with a fake ID, they put themselves in that situation, and they sure as shit shouldn't be there. But that doesn't mean you get to fucking pop them in the mouth because they fucking shouldn't be there. It doesn't mean you get to assault them. It doesn't mean that laws and protections do not apply to them. He still gets to defend himself, even if he shouldn't fucking be there. Even if he did put himself in a bad situation, you don't just fucking accept getting beaten to fucking death because some of you think he should, for fuck's sake. And I yield.
Alesto, and after that, Lucas.
Also, Rosenbaum had multiple felonies. A felon, one felony, you
Oh,
cannot
since
own
we're
a
on the
weapon
topic of
or-
irrelevant shit.
That's not irrelevant. This
Not
is he
irrelevant.
knew way ahead of time that he is not allowed to handle or hold or even touch a weapon. So why in the hell did he charge Kyle Rittenhouse that had a weapon?
I don't think.
Why
that-
is Kyle
I don't
Rittenhouse
think- I
there
don't
with a
think past
rifle?
character- I don't
No,
think
no,
past
no, no,
character
no,
Any
I
of
asked
them
the
there.
question.
argument.
Why are any of them there? None
Okay.
of them should have been there. That same logic
Protest.
applies to every single person who was there. None of them should have been there. Maybe by
but none of them
same
killed
logic.
anybody.
Okay, again, the same logic applies. If somebody was not supposed to be there, do they deserve do they deserve to get beaten up by a mob? Do they deserve to get beaten up by two grown men? I don't think so. Absolutely not.
If your question
This is like
is
victim blaming. This is victim blaming. It's like the same logic. If we put a woman and she shouldn't
you're
have been
blaming
there
the
in the first
literal
place.
victims, though. There's
No,
people
no, no,
dead because of
I'm not
this.
blaming the victims. It's a
assaulted
shitty
him.
situation. It's a shitty
the person
situation.
that gets
None
assaulted
of them should have been there.
is
None of
not
them
the
should have been
victim?
there.
Wait, I want to let Endless
Victim blame is a
The
respond to
person
that.
who died isn't the victim. The person who literally got
No,
fucking
it doesn't
killed isn't
matter
the
what
victim.
happened
As a
before
matter
the
of fact,
assault.
they're not
17-year-old
a
getting
fucking
pursued
victim.
by two
But
grown
it doesn't.
men
It
is
doesn't
a
matter.
victim?
They
It
assaulted
doesn't
him.
matter.
So
Take, for sure.
it doesn't
So as
matter
long-
that
it
he's
doesn't matter
getting
that they
pursued
assault
by
him at that
two
point. It doesn't
grown
matter what
men
they
who
do.
were
One at a time,
violent.
please.
You
One at
get
a
killed
time.
by the person you're trying to kill. I mean, what
Has anyone here heard the term brandishing before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
What about
Occasionally.
So like you're just carrying an AR-15 around, and that's
Open
not
carry.
considered like.
If you kill a
Actually,
rapist,
that's
does the
America.
rapist
I'm
I was
become a
actually
victim?
hanging on his
Okay,
phone,
okay,
If
so
you
that
okay,
kill
wasn't
okay,
actually
a
okay.
rapist, does the
Okay.
rapist become a victim?
Yes,
Okay,
the rapist is a victim of murder. Yes.
Okay, so do you
Cool
have
guy,
the
like-
Oh, I don't like.
Okay.
do you have the are you
Cool
saying
guy,
then that
like-
I don't wait, if you don't if you are you saying that if you kill a rapist, like you didn't have the justification to kill the rapist?
He wasn't being raped.
Yeah, he
was
was being
being
pursued to be attacked. He was
Okay.
being
No, he
pursued to be
wasn't.
attacked.
He was about to catch an
He
ass
himself
whooping.
there
You protect
and
people who are
instigated an
being
attack.
fucking victimized, but like that shit. If somebody's being victimized like that, you
Yeah.
better damn well fucking
He was protecting them so hard. He was protecting them so hard they didn't even know he was there and had
He was
no
protecting
idea.
himself.
Happened.
You have the right to protect
protecting
yourself. You have the right to maintain your bodily autonomy and your bodily
Right.
integrity. You have
And
the right to defend life,
So you're
limb,
telling me
eyesight.
if I'm
The
being
best way that
pursued
he would
by
have been
a
able to
rapist,
protect
I
himself
can't
is if he
shoot
would have
him
stayed
to
his ass
kill?
at home.
If your
If
argument is that
I'm being pursued, by a rapist,
Just like
can I
saying
shoot to kill?
She shouldn't have
Can
been
I
wearing
shoot
that
to
dress.
Okay.
Exact same
Stop,
argument.
Stop, everyone, stop. I'm
You're
just
telling
going
me
to-
that he shouldn't have been
I'm
wearing
just
that dress
saying,
is the
shut
same argument?
up,
Oh, I'm
everything,
sorry.
people.
Hey,
All right, I'm going to mute everyone for 1 minute because apparently I need to remind someone a simple rule. 2 rules. First of all, okay, I didn't precise it because I think we're all adult and we all understand that, like, if you interrupt people, no one hears shit. Especially when there's 8 people trying to speak at the same time. So, please, when someone speaks, have the respect for the other person to let them speak. That's the first thing. I know you all want to talk and everything. I didn't mention it, but if you want to speak and there's no way to intervene, raise your hand. I will give you a little thumbs up and I will try to give you the mic as soon as possible. Thank you. Now, I want to throw it to Lucas, and after that, we'll see where we go from here. Lucas, go ahead. I'm going to unmute you.
Yeah, so this idea that Kyle was there with the intent to murder, first of all, it's evident. There's no evidence for that. Also, I want to apologize real quick before I say anything else. I did not mean to say that the file was doctored. I meant to say that it was edited. Language barrier. Sorry, I'm Cuban. But I wanted to say that yeah, Kyle went there with a medkit. He was stopping fires with a fire extinguisher. He retreated. He was pursued by the attackers, and then he eventually felt that he had to defend himself. After a shot was fired into the air, he felt threatened and he defended himself.
All right, Alec.
Why was he there?
He was there.
Lucas.
He was there to defend property. The car.
To defend property, and what happened? People died. So was it worth it?
Right. Yeah, 100%.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. If you're
No,
burning,
you do not go
Hey, no,
out of
no.
your way to defend property if,
Yes, you
if
do.
it's going to cost lives. That's very dumb.
Okay,
Well,
listen.
people
And a
shouldn't be
society
involved
built
with
on that
people's
notion is
livelihood.
doomed.
No, a
People
business is somebody's livelihood.
Lose the right
Also,
to
nobody
defend.
asked him to defend that property. Nobody.
Okay,
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 people did
well,
not.
the
People did not
So
die
based,
because he was
so
protecting
based.
property.
Okay. DoubleShine, then Stardust.
Okay, people did not die because he was protecting property. People died because they charged him and tried to take his gun away. And that happened in the first one, the second one, and the third one. All 3 cases were people going and attacking him. People did not die because he was standing outside of a police station, gunning people down who were coming to, like, steal like some cars. Okay, so
People died
this
because he
framing-
drove 20 minutes to defend a car shot that nobody asked him to defend.
Attacked him.
You are this is like
Base.
results based analysis. You're literally saying like people died because he defended himself, right? We could easily frame this as he would have died if he didn't have a gun, right? Like, and again, your entire argument boils down to it was stupid that he showed up, which I don't know if anyone disagrees with.
I
And
disagree.
by the way, has absolutely zero relevance to this trial.
He was breaking laws to defend
I want-
property. At best, this is manslaughter.
So was
Well, okay,
everyone
okay,
there
I want to
breaking
frame this
curfew.
further.
All facts, no
Everybody
printer.
that was breaking laws.
Stardust,
What
go
laws did he
ahead.
break?
What laws did he break?
Lockdown, I guess, only.
He wasn't supposed to be carrying that firearm at all, right? Like, was that I don't think he
Okay,
was
that's a
legally carrying
misdemeanor.
that.
There was a curfew too.
Misdemeanor.
There was a curfew. That's right.
Which
So-
everyone
So
was
there's-
breaking.
Everybody was
Everyone there was
We're
breaking.
talking about the murders. We're not talking
Yeah,
about him.
nobody cares.
Whether
Not
he should have
everybody
been
killed
there.
someone,
The
though.
relevant thing are the felony
Yeah,
charges.
not everybody
If-
was being assaulted.
People died while he was breaking the law. That makes this man
Trying to assault him.
If you want to
We're
walk
trying
away
to
with
assault
this,
him. They
charging
were
him
breaking
for
the
a
law, too.
misdemeanor of a possession of a dangerous weapon, hey, guess what? That's 9 months in prison and a fine of up to $10,000. Trust me, I don't think anyone cares or thinks that that's like good enough. The people here, they think that he killed someone, right? They think that there is a homicide. That is what the main charges are. So like you have to stop bringing up this idea of he brought a gun. So did everyone else there. Like it was not like a unique thing to him.
Yeah, and at some point, like if you're going to have this principle that like you're going to hold them to that charge of, possession of the firearm. Well, there was a whole lot more people that were there that night, so you better go ahead and get all your investigators to go find all them motherfuckers too, right? And charge fucking everybody, right? So let's hold everybody down to this fucking letter of the law, so we can have our jail cells fucking overflowing with motherfuckers doing
minute.
something that's
Don't we have-
constitutionally protected anyway, right?
I was just about to say that. Don't we have ANCAPs in here? Don't we believe in victimless crimes? Where do we?
Well, it wasn't a victimless crime. He was
Well,
being
when
assaulted.
there's assault, there's usually
ANCAPs?
Well, yeah, carrying is a victimless crime, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've been talking about victims. One thing, this is actually funny because this was actually brought up in the trial. They actually banned the use of victims, right? Because victim carries a connotation that they actually had a crime committed to them, right? It's the same thing. That's why we won't call Rittenhouse a murderer, because we don't know. Like that's the whole point, right? We're trying to
Murder is a
decide if
legal
he is-
definition. He killed them for sure, 1,000%.
Yeah, well, exactly, but that's what
Those
I'm
victim.
saying.
people assaulters.
I'm saying if you think that he's a victim because something happened to them,
Assailants.
thus you are a victim, like sure, but that is such an incredibly broad definition of victim that we're not really like, we don't really care to use here, okay? Like in the court case, we mean victim. It means that like they got killed as a result of a crime.
Which, I mean, they did, low key.
Excellent.
Well, I mean, that's the whole argument, so you can't just say they did, right? You have to actually provide substance.
Stardust.
I was about to say,
Well,
that's kind of
wait,
what this
wait,
whole
wait,
court
wait.
case is about at the moment.
Wait. Sorry,
Yeah.
Stardust. Go.
Yeah. We can all agree that he shouldn't have been there, but again, nobody should have been there. And we can still acknowledge that whether he should have been there or not, he was in the right to defend himself.
Yep.
We take the same
don't
logic,
acknowledge
and
that.
if we, excuse me, I'm still
Yes.
fucking speaking. Okay. If we take the same logic and we apply it to, let's say, somebody who is like a woman who shouldn't have been at a guy's house, right? And she gets assaulted by him and she kills him, then I think that she had every right to kill him. If she shouldn't have been at a club, it's the same thing. He was getting assaulted by grown men. He is a 17-year-old.
I didn't know
He
that.
had a good reason to be there because he was involved with that community. However, I may disagree personally with him being there because I think it's a stupid fucking decision. But we still, you can call that man a victim if you want, but the fact remains is that he aggravated assault against a child. And I would, if a rapist is shot dead, they are still a rapist. If an assaulter is shot dead, they are still an assaulter. I don't consider that person a victim, except maybe they're a victim of their own fucking crime.
Based.
You know, you are correct in that they should have seen plastered on his T-shirt that he was 17. That's a really important detail that
Well,
everybody
he should
misses.
have. Apparently, he should have known just by looking at somebody that they were mentally ill. So I mean,
No, we
did
can
just
move,
do the reverse
I
Uno
didn't
on you.
make that assertion.
No, we can move away from the
I
fact
didn't
that he
make that
was
assertion
17. If
either,
he was
but-
18, then it would have been just as bad to go and charge him. All right.
Yep.
I
Yeah, it
understand.
would've been.
However, I'm not 100% sure though. I still think that assaulting a minor is probably a worse crime than assaulting someone that's not a minor, even if you don't know. Okay, like I don't think that holds up. For the same reason why if you
Well,
like rape a girl
I'll
and she's
just
a minor,
say,
okay, like it's.
I didn't
gonna be
know
bad.
they were underage. Has never fucking held up in
Exactly,
court once
yeah,
ever.
exactly.
So,
Rosenbaum is used to assaulting minors. I mean, that's his whole reason he
No,
went.
He's
no,
got
no,
a-
no.
he's
People
got
don't
a
get tried as
decade at
adults at 17
least.
either.
We
he's got a
shouldn't think
decade at
about past
least on
convictions.
age, at least. You know.
No, passive convictions are relevant in this case
No,
because
they're
it
not,
shows
they're
the
not.
state of mind.
I don't think so. I think that there's better arguments here, and I think by doing that, you're going down the line of like, well, you know, he did go to jail. Maybe he should have deserved it. I don't think that's a good line. I think you should
Yeah,
focus
that's
on
exactly
the-
what that
the-
is,
the-
honestly.
on the
State of
action.
mind.
No, he go on, Alesso.
No.
It shows the state of mind because that is relevant because he knows that he shouldn't have been there for first. He's a triple-time felon, if not more. So again, I'm going to go back to the whole gun. He shouldn't handle the gun. He should have not been in that situation when he saw Kyle with the gun. He should have hightailed it the opposite way. But no, he decided to
I mean,
pursue Kyle.
Obviously, he shouldn't have done that. That's why he died, right? But like the point is that the point is that he charged him, right? We have to stay focused on that he charged
Yes.
him. That's why he was hit for self-defense. It's this idea of like his past stuff. I don't think it's as relevant to the actual action that was done. That is a justification for self-defense.
Can I just throw out there? It's a justification for like self-defense in terms of him beating a murder charge, which like I don't think any of us thinks that he's going to get hit with murder. But like, it's wild the double standard that occurs when you're like, this person knew that they shouldn't have been there, and you're talking about the literal mentally ill person and not the actual 17-year-old with the gun that he didn't own, driving 20 minutes to defend property no one asked him to defend, as
So-
if he had more of a
You
right
keep
to be
lying.
there. than
Why
he
are you
did.
lying? Why are you lying?
Wait, I'm Endless Cemetery. You said that you don't think he's going to get charged with murder.
I'm
How about we actually
lying?
go through the cases and show that none of them are going to stick, right? Do you
I
want
mean,
to
he's
just,
not
like, we
gonna.
can just-
He's not going to get convicted of murder. Rather, I might have
Listen,
misspoke
Okay, so
there.
what is he going to get convicted of? Because of the charges
Manslaughter.
presented. No,
That's the crime
they're
he
not.
committed.
They're not charging him with manslaughter. It's not
They're
happening.
not charging him with manslaughter.
They're not. Yeah, they're
not.
not. So he's not going to get hit
It's
by
all
it. It's going to get
homicide, first
rejected
degree
because it's
or
all
second.
homicide.
Well, then yeah,
The
he's going to
close-
totally walk. Then that's kind of
I
stupid.
still think it was
Well, yeah,
homicide.
then
the
that's
idea
like-
that he
that's
went
it.
there to defend a car dealership that nobody asked him to defend is ridiculous.
I agree with that. He was
The
17 years
reason why
old
he
on
was
some
there is
vigilante
not
shit.
relevant. It is
You know,
not
the
relevant
thing
why
is,
he was there.
when people talk about you
Absolutely it
drove
is.
20
Motive is
minutes,
always
that
relevant.
just shows that you don't know what the Midwest looks like. I have to drive 40 miles just to get the haircut I got today
Dog, I
in
live
a
in
town that I
Ohio.
went to that my grandma used to live at. But that's
Do you
40
take an
fucking miles
AR-15 to
away.
get a haircut, bro? Come
Alright.
on, dude. Be
Uh,
reasonable.
actually, I
I
usually
drive
do
an
have a
hour to
5.56 rifle with me. It's a bolt action, but I usually do have a rifle with me to.
I mean,
God
I
bless
have
America,
nothing
dude.
on me.
Gotta have that motherfucking thing on me.
you know, it's a critter getter just because, like, sometimes you see like a rabid raccoon or like a fucking skunk or something, and I want to help the pheasants however I can. But yeah, so in the Midwest, yeah, people do carry guns with them everywhere they go, and there's many days I have a 6-shooter on my fucking hip, so I
I
can
just
fucking
don't-
shoot a badger in the field if it tries to attack me.
Yeah, I just don't get how the criminal history of Rosenbaum is somehow more important than the intent of the person who is bringing
I
this
don't think
fire
either one of
on.
those
I've never
They're
made-
both-
I
they're both-
disagree
they're
with
both
the
irrelevant.
relevancy of
it's-
those,
It's
yeah.
the direct
I've never gotten
actions
into that.
that justifies the self-defense.
To me, I thought
Okay.
that the defense really messed up when they brought up Rosenbaum had just gotten out of an institute that day. It's like, oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. That's like if you are playing for the defense, that was not a good moment. To me, I personally do think Kyle in the end is probably going to walk on this. I think he's going to be acquitted. And like we said, we've made a lot of value judgments here. Like to me, when I looked at this footage, anyways, to me is like, well, if this isn't self-defense, fuck, then nothing is. Okay, a fucking group of people are trying to beat you and trying to take your gun from you, tackling you, saying "fuck him," fuck you, and what the fuck
It would
is
be different if he
wait,
was
wait,
just
like what the
Sorry,
fuck
sorry,
is like
sorry.
what are you
I
supposed
have
to
a
do? Just
question
lay
for you,
there and take
Cemetery.
it, lay there and
Okay.
get beaten because the group all you just
he
want me to
shouldn't
get
have
beat
been
down.
there in the first place. He
Okay,
should
that's
have been
irrelevant.
there.
That happened. It's
I have a
completely
question.
irrelevant. The assault
question.
started. It
No, it's
didn't
not.
matter
It
whether they were
establishes
supposed to
motive.
fucking be there or not.
establishes
It started
motive.
happening. What are you
No,
supposed
no,
to do?
it doesn't.
Whether you're
Establishes
supposed to be
motive.
there or not?
Okay,
What
okay,
are you
okay,
supposed to do? Just lay there and take it? No. What
This shit
role
is on
dice would
him.
you take?
If you break into somebody's house and they start shooting at you with a gun or coming to tackle you, I guess like, oh, you have a right to defend yourself now. I guess like that's
Yo,
what.
hang on. If I could address that really quick, because that's
what roll the dice are you going to take, Alec? Are you just going to lay there, or are you going to defend yourself? What roll the
If
dice
I
would
break
you
into
take?
somebody's house and then they attack me,
you should expect
have the right to kill them.
Okay, please.
That wasn't the question, Alec, but good attempt at a dodge.
Oh yes, from the
My
same
goodness,
logic.
stop. Mr. Geek's trying to get control of the room. All right, look,
Okay,
just stop.
I want to freight to Endless Cemetery. After that, Alesto, and after that, Stardust. Endless, go.
Okay, it's interesting that you talk about that, Alec, because the state that I live in is actually the self-defense law here is like an equal force law. So if you break into someone's house, right, and they shoot you, right, you can sue them. Or if you break into someone's house and they kill you, they can be charged with murder and go to
Not in
jail for
Florida.
murder. What state was this in? Like, I know not in Florida because Florida is ungodly.
In
But
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Don't be
I've
fucking
actually
around in Florida.
The charges.
Illinois.
Yeah, I'm black. I don't go to Florida.
There's plenty of
It's
black people
Illinois.
in Florida.
In the chat, I've
Illinois,
sourced
yeah,
two
so-
of them. If you want to open them up real quick, one is self-defense. The other one is Wisconsin self-defense. The other one is the charges for Kyle Rittenhouse. I'm just easily say, Alec, you said if someone breaks into your house, I'm sorry, I'm from Texas. You break into someone's house in Texas and you get killed doing that, you won't see a day in court. You'll maybe see 30 minutes. You'll walk in, he'll say, laugh at this, and then say you're acquitted.
Can we move away from this hypothetical? Is so unnecessary because the whole this is completely off because in the process of breaking into someone's house, you're committing a crime, right? This is completely different.
Well, that
He
was never
not-
part of the question that I asked. Alec just had to try to shit
It's
it.
actually a really
That's
good
why I don't like it. I think we should
Okay,
have
I'm
an
muting
actual
people
Rittenhouse.
again. Let's go. Stardust, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So by the same logic, right? If somebody is pursuing you and you're about to get robbed, or you're about to get raped, or you're about to get murdered, or even at the least beaten to a bloody pulp, are you just supposed to take it because you're not supposed to be there? You weren't supposed to be there. Are you supposed to just take it and let a mentally ill
Hear, hear.
person get your gun and possibly kill you? I don't think so.
Here. I mean, that absolutely right. Absolutely right, Stardust. I mean, like I keep telling folks, what roll of the dice would you rather take? And not just the folks on this panel, you at home. What roll of the dice would you rather take if you were put in
away
this
from
unfortunate position? Well, that was not the fucking option there. He was being physically attacked. De-escalation. You are beyond words at this point. So, Alec, again,
I'm already
you're
in the
trying
house
to
that I broke
shift it.
into. We're going
We're
back
not
now.
talking about in the house. I know you got to try and shift it to that to try and shift it, but no, you're outside. You are outside, and a group of people is attacking you. What roll of the dice would you rather take? And I'm curious if you're
I'm
going to give a
supposed to let a
legitimate response.
I have a question. I
34-year-old
have a
man
question.
who was just released from a mental asylum, right, or just released from a mental facility.
Silence is
I'm just gonna let him take my gun from me and do whatever the fuck he wants to me. I don't think so. That I would be very scared, and especially
question.
knowing that a few seconds earlier a gun was fired.
I have a question for Endless Cemetery. Endless Cemetery, what were your thoughts on the Ahmaud Arbery case?
The Ahmaud Arbery case?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the case where the dude was in was like a bando or a building that they were building that had no doors or anything on it, and they just kind of decided to take matters in their own hands and shoot him unarmed?
So he went into a property where he was not supposed to be. Get a group of white guys that may have or may have not been racist
Okay.
went after him, and he tried
Okay.
to defend himself. Do you think he had the right to defend himself in that scenario? He didn't. He wasn't supposed to be there, and he was assaulted by a group of people. Did he have the right to
Right.
defend himself?
Okay, so first of all, he was there unarmed. Second of all, he didn't
No,
kill anyone. He was the person that got killed.
If he would have been armed, should he
deadly
have
intent.
right? If he would have been armed, do you think he should have had the right to defend himself?
Yeah, but first he should have shot a cannon that shoots millions of dollars out of it over
I rest my
me.
case. I rest my case.
Like, what is this hypothetical? Like,
It's
how,
not a hypothetical.
damn,
It's real-
dude, slam
it's not-
dunk.
Wait, I'm not Aubrey.
Space Jam.
a murder robbery, it's not a hypothetical. It's a real life scenario.
It's
okay?
it's literally a hypothetical. You're asking me what if he was armed. You asked me what if he was armed.
I feel like I heard like a different thing a minute ago.
What?
Like I imagine like when EndlessCemetery was talking about a cannon, shooting $1 million. Like there was this whole money shot scene of him getting shot.
He should literally fire millions of dollars in $20 bills out of his member onto me before he shoots these people with his imaginary gun, so that you can justify this kid in Wisconsin shooting these unarmed people.
He's still trying to defend himself.
Imaginary gun.
Ahmaud Arbery.
They also have a gun
defend
on.
himself. Yeah.
Your question is, do you have the right to defend yourself? And obviously the answer is yes, every time. You have the right to reasonably defend yourself, okay? You do not have the right to instigate and then defend yourself and claim it was self-defense.
Sure, so let's actually look at the Wisconsin
So
state
thank God
legislature.
we've all come to a consensus, folks.
No, okay.
Thank the Lord. Praise Jesus.
Yeah, let's look at the law. Okay, so you're saying that there was some instigation, right? Even if we give this idea, this conspiracy that he showed up to instigate, even if we were to assume that, all right?
He didn't.
The state legislature states that the privilege, that obviously if you provoke someone, self-defense, that privilege is gone. However, the privilege lost by provocation may be regained if the actor in good faith withdraws from the fight and gives adequate notice thereof to his or her assailant. So regardless, even if you had all of this conspiracy going for you, at the end of the day, he was still being charged by people. He had his gun shown, and if you are charging someone with a gun, I think there's an obvious lethal intent there. You would have to be like completely acting in bad faith to assume that he just was going to charge him to like slap him on the wrist.
I think it's reasonable to assume they were charging him to get the gun away.
And what were they going to do with the gun?
What was he going to do with the gun that he brought there?
Right?
He defended himself.
The guy who just got out of a mental institution that day is going to take the gun and do what with it?
Also, the friend shot into the air. It's reasonable again to think, even if he wasn't supposed to be there, that he has no obligation to just submit himself to these two grown people who he doesn't know what their intentions are.
Could he have run away?
He tried to run away. And then what happened is he couldn't get away, so he had to shoot.
I want to ask you what Kyle Rittenhouse should have done in that situation.
He shouldn't have been there.
That's not relevant. I'm asking you.
Irrelevant. Anywhere. Nobody should be anywhere. Any victim shouldn't be anywhere. We're just saying that people deserve to get raped and robbed and killed, dude.
I am asking you.
You're just saying people deserve to get raped and robbed and killed, and they should just take it. We're supposed to just submit to it. We're just supposed to take it when somebody's trying to hurt us.
To him getting charged.
Listen, I've got the $20,000.
No, I want you to bite the bullet. I want you to bite the bullet on this. Do you think he should have just sat there and submitted to Rosenbaum charging him?
I'm answering. If I'm breaking into somebody's house and I have
We're not talking about the house.
He can't do it.
He's got to deflect. He's got to minimize.
Don't let me finish. And I have
you're not answering the question.
Wait. Let's shot them in that situation, and that's a half answer because I don't think that he should have been there in the first place. If I'm breaking into somebody's house and I have the $20,000 in my hand and a gun in his hand, and then the guy wakes up and he tries to charge me,
this is a place where multiple people are sharing a public space.
Alec, I want to hear Alec finish his point uninterrupted, just once. Go ahead.
You want to hear me what? I'm sorry, I missed that.
I want to hear you finish your point because I didn't hear
shit. Point. Thank
no
you.
One heard shit.
What I'm saying is he shouldn't have been there to begin with. So if your argument is what should he have done in that situation because it's not relevant, I can just as easily say, I shouldn't have been in this man's house breaking in and trying to steal their stuff or do whatever the fuck I'm trying to do. So if I have a firearm and this guy's trying to kill me, do I have the right to then kill him? But I'm already in the situation that I should not have been in the first place. So it's a dumb question.
It was public property. Does he or not? You're asking this question. You won't bite the bullet on it.
Yeah, I think you're trying to go to this different hypothetical and you won't answer a direct question. It's a very direct question.
It's not a different hypothetical.
Should Kyle have actually submitted to the mob or not?
Kyle's life.
Yes or no? It's pretty simple, man.
If Kyle's life at that point was endangered because of his actions, and that was how he was supposed to preserve his life, then sure. but I still think he should be charged with crimes because he shouldn't have been there.
Question, Alex.
Okay, I want to pray to Stardust.
scenario.
I'm speaking right now, and I want to pray to Stardust.
In any scenario, any victim, we can make that same claim that they should not have been there. This is a public space that these people were all in, right? He tried to run away and he couldn't get away. And then there was a gunshot, and so he shot. You could use that same logic, Alec. You could use your same logic that you're using here to say that a rape victim shouldn't have been where they were. Because this happens. Victims are victims. We can I'm sorry. The logic, if you follow it, we can take this. We can look at Trayvon Martin. Did he have the right to defend himself when Zimmerman attacked him? Because he shouldn't have been there?
I think as a broader thing, right?
Can I please?
First off,
That's a good one.
I want to hear from Endless Cemetery, and after that, Lucas.
Oh, that's very high level intellect there.
Here we go. Y'all ready for this?
Stupid, I guess. Like, Jesus, what?
All right. So I have very serious problems with the analogies that are being thrown out. We've mentioned Ahmaud Arbery, and now we've just mentioned Trayvon Martin. Cool, awesome.
Sorry,
so the thing is,
I'm sorry, I meant to say Trayvon Martin. I just missed up the name.
Trayvon Martin, cool, also excellent.
Sorry.
Even so, okay, cool. That's even better. Awesome. So the thing is, right? If we're applying the same logic, right? There's a curfew, right? These people aren't supposed to be there, right? Just as a general rule, there's a curfew. We know that bad shit is happening there. And this is kind of where I feel like I understand the analogy that Alec is trying to make perfectly. And I feel like he's doing this because, like, for whatever reason, it's really hard to explain this basic ass point. So, like, if the general vibe is nobody's supposed to be there, the government has said, don't come here, shit's out of control. We're trying to reestablish control. Cool. All the news reports you're watching are saying, hey, there's crazy shit popping off there. Maybe don't go there, right? Your parents are probably concerned. Even if you work there, like, hey, there's some crazy shit happening where you work. Maybe let that calm down or something, whatever. And your first idea is, you know what? I'm going to grab my strap. I'm going to strap up and go out to the spot that I'm, first of all, not even supposed to have this without parental supervision, right? But I'm going to go out there, even though nobody asked me to defend that property there with my first aid kit, blah, 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 because I, as a 17-year-old high school student from Bumfuckville High School, am more authorized to do crowd control and medical stuff than the EMTs, the law enforcement, whatever that there's going on there, right? That's what I have a hard time believing off top, because I definitely wasn't on that wave as a 17-year-old. Second of all, when you're making that comparison between Trayvon Martin and fucking what's this kid's name, Kyle Rittenhouse, Trayvon Martin was unarmed, right? Trayvon Martin also lived in that area, literally lived in that area. So that's a bad comparison.
He worked there.
Right. But for a completely different reason. And that's why this is so fucking psychotic. You're comparing a woman who's gotten tricked into going on a date with someone that she thinks is safe and being raped and being in that scenario to someone who went there specifically because they knew it was a conflict zone, dude.
No, actually, any woman who goes, if you're a woman, actually, and you go
a woman expects that she might have to use an AR-15 at the club? Be reasonable, dude.
Excuse me. If a woman goes anywhere on a date with anybody, most women know that there is a risk of this person who is most likely larger than them and most likely stronger than them, of them being taken advantage of.
That's a little bit different than going on a date.
No, anytime you go on a date, anytime you go to the club, anytime you go to a place with a bunch of dudes, you have to accept the fact that there is the risk of you getting taken advantage of.
Yes,
that is a dangerous situation.
The risk. You're not going with this person specifically because they are violent. You're not going with that person specifically because
and
they're
he
violent.
He probably didn't think that those people were initially going to be violent.
Then what the
towards
fuck
him.
did he bring an AR-15 for? Are you kidding me?
okay,
You fucking
dude.
reasonable.
Self-defense?
It's like you can't go back.
That's
to
what I'm
just saying
talking
guns
about,
bad.
dude.
You can't just
Are
say
you
guns
kidding?
are
My
bad.
argument is
Okay,
not
I'm
guns
sorry.
bad.
This
My
is
argument is
a part of the
okay.
American
Gun
experience.
is. Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to change gun laws, that's awesome. But it's not going to happen.
You're really expecting me to believe. You're really expecting me to sit
Why
and
did she
look
have
at all
pepper
of you
spray
right
in
here.
her purse?
Wait,
Why
okay.
did she
I
have
have-
pepper spray in her
listen.
purse? She clearly wanted to use it, and she assaulted somebody for using it.
I
Then
have
why
a
didn't
much
Kyle
easier
Rittenhouse?
time
Why didn't
believing
Kyle
he
Rittenhouse
brought a
bring
gun.
pepper spray instead of an AR-15?
Yeah,
Probably
but you know
because
what you're missing?
I'm just saying we're applying the same
Why?
logic to the fucking
It's
pepper
not the
spray.
same logic.
Yo,
It's
It
not
is.
the same.
It is.
Why are women-
If I used pepper
It is.
spray. Did
Why
I show
are
up?
women?
Did I bring pepper
I
spray with
agree.
me and with the intent to use it on somebody?
No, she brought it.
You're
You're telling me
That's the
You're
answer.
Nice.
it's different. You're going to a
No, it's
actually.
It's not
same.
different.
It's not
It's the
the
exact
same,
same.
dude.
It's
not the
exact
same.
fucking
You're telling
You
me
bring
going
a
on.
weapon with you as a form of risk management. You're trying to mitigate risk. You're not
Right.
going out there to try and find a fucking trouble there.
We're talking about We're talking about risk management.
Wait,
risk
Endless Cemetery. Endless
management.
Cemetery. Can I
Operant
ask
word
you,
being management.
of all the people that brought guns that night, did every single one of them come with the intent of shooting another person?
No, but you're telling me
What? Wait, why
You're
did they
gonna-
bring guns then?
you're gonna sit there and
Why
tell
did they
me
bring
with a
guns?
straight face. You're
Well,
gonna tell
I
me
mean-
with a straight
Well
face
done,
that a
DoubleShine.
woman
Wait.
is expecting that level. A woman is expecting every time she goes on a
Let's-
date.
I want to ask you this question
You are
again.
not
answer.
talking to the women
Why-
in your life.
Why,
I'm sorry. Like, yeah,
why
that,
did
that is
all
a
those
reality.
people bring guns? Why did all those
I
people
live
bring
in
guns?
Baltimore fucking city,
Why did all
bro.
those people bring
Are you
guns?
kidding
I'm
me?
curious.
I think many
Just
people-
answer.
Do you understand how many women I've seen get buried with their dead name? You're gonna sit here with a straight face and tell me that a woman going on a date with a man has the same level of expectation of violence as a teenager bringing an AR-15 to an active conflict zone.
Wait, I have
That
a
makes
question.
sense to you. That makes
you know-
sense to you.
I-
Wait,
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 no, no, wait,
wait.
This
Sorry.
is fun.
I want to throw it to Alesto, who has been patiently waiting, and after that, Lucas.
My point's moot at this point, so continue.
Sorry about
Okay.
that.
Aw.
I want to
Well,
ask.
I was gonna
anybody in
say,
the
if a
panel-
woman goes out on a date with me, she better be down. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I'm not forking out for dinner. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
All right. I mean, I'm gonna ask a question into the panel, and I'll answer myself. But I want to know if anybody knows this. Does anybody know why he was carrying a rifle instead of a gun?
You mean a rifle instead of a pistol?
Yeah, instead of a pistol.
Because that
Um,
was legal, right? That's
It
what
was illegal
yeah.
for him to carry a pistol. Yes, so he had
Yep.
to carry a rifle. So
Yep,
if you
so he
want to
was
talk, he had to.
still
He
following
had
the
to.
law.
He had.
I
Yeah.
I
you have to
think
go
that the
around the law.
possession. I think that the
If-
possession of the weapon is not important as much as the fact that, again, we cannot just say that just because he brought a gun, his intent was to kill. Otherwise, we would have to say the same thing for all the other people who brought guns, and we clearly know that there were tons of
Okay.
people there with guns. All right. So if your
This is-
argument is that bringing a gun means that the only reason that you're bringing a gun is to kill people, you have to say the same for every single one of those people. And I know you're not
DoubleShine.
willing to do that.
DoubleShine. The
I'm
reason I-
absolutely willing to do that because not everyone there killed someone.
Yeah, but the only reason why he killed them is because he was
because he
charged.
was assaulted.
Yeah.
DoubleShine. The reason I bring that up is
You think he was the only person assaulted that night or what?
okay.
Do you think that just
do you
because
think he
someone else
wouldn't
was
have ki-
assaulted? That
Do you think he
just
would have
because-
still killed those 3 people had they not assaulted him?
Hold on, wait.
You
What,
can
can you repeat the
Do
question,
you
bro?
think Kyle
I
Rittenhouse
didn't hear
would
the
have
question.
actually killed? No. Do you think Kyle Rittenhouse would have actually killed those 3 people had they not first assaulted him? Yes or no?
Oh no, obviously not.
Thank you, folks. Thank you, Lord Jesus.
First you have to
Lord
prove that they
God.
But that also, right?
We have
Exactly.
sound-
Wait, we have all the video proof that they.
But you
assaulted
haven't
him. They're
demonstrated that
literally
he had a right to
charging
be
him.
there in the
They're
first
attacking
place.
him with
Nobody's
cylinders.
agreeing with
No,
that.
but you
Nobody
haven't
agrees that he
demonstrated
had the
that he
right to be there.
And it's irrelevant.
Nobody is saying that he had the
It's
right
not
to be there.
irrelevant.
Nobody
It's
has
establishing
the
motive.
Nobody has the right to be anywhere.
It's establishing motive. He knew he was
No,
breaking the
I
law
don't-
when he was
I-
going there. He knew he was breaking the law
Nobody
going there.
has the right to be anywhere. Those people didn't have the right to be there either. They shouldn't have been
But they
there.
didn't
If
kill
they didn't want to
anyone.
get shot,
It's-
we can use
But
the
they
same
didn't kill
logic.
anyone.
They
But
shouldn't
they
have
didn't
been
kill
there if they
anyone.
didn't want to get shot. They tried to
They did-
assault somebody.
They're also not the
They
ones on
assaulted somebody.
trial.
They
So
actually
I don't
did
get it.
assault somebody.
Maybe they didn't kill
Okay.
somebody because Kyle was able to defend himself. Otherwise, maybe another
Exactly.
story would have been told.
You are begging the question by saying that he's the only one that killed himself. Obviously, because that's the whole point. We're arguing that he killed in self-defense, right?
Yes.
So we've all come to just perfect consensus. We've all agreed, and everything's a box of fluffy doves, and we've all come together, just like I predicted at the beginning,
Nah,
folks.
I believe he acted in self-preservation, but I don't think he killed those people in self-defense.
What is the
no.
meaningful difference between self-preservation and self-defense? I'm sorry.
The same difference as legally between killing someone and murdering someone. So
Can you? I need a little bit of elaboration. I don't
Yeah,
think
I need you to
self-preservation.
articulate
Come
that.
on, these are just mean.
What?
So
I mean, it's pretty simple.
You're making a
it
distinction
is
without a
simple.
difference.
It's
a distinction without a difference,
actually,
as far as I'm
if you
concerned.
have more than 2 brain cells, it's a pretty simple difference. But
Oh,
the
I'm
reason
sure
why
you have that many more than that.
Okay,
the
so
reason why-
ad homs are not a good way to demonstrate your point. You're
I'm
burying
sorry,
yourself.
I'm frustrated that I need to explain why he's on trial for murder, even though we all watched him kill those people on camera. It's frustrating to me.
Yeah, and I'm
We also
maybe
told us to go
frustrated that
find him.
somebody threw and attacked him, and somebody shot into the air moments before he shot them.
No, wait,
and
I
you don't
wanna-
So then you're
understand
saying you
why
do know the
has
legal difference
the
between
motive.
killing someone and
Why
murdering
he
them.
has the
between
motive.
self-preservation and
Oh,
self
not the
I'm
motive.
afraid you
He has
haven't
the,
demonstrated what that difference is yet, Endless.
He has
It's-
every reason to defend himself.
It's the difference
maybe
between-
I'm a little bit frustrated that we are engaging in victim blaming logic here.
You know,
actually.
I'll actually explain the difference for you. It's the difference between going on a date someone and shooting them because they tried to rape you, and breaking into someone's house and shooting them
he
because they tried
was
to shoot you
caught
first.
on camera
breaking
defending
that-
himself.
That was incomprehensible. I'm sorry. That was just garbled nonsense. I'm sorry.
All right,
I really do like you, Endless, but that was not a good answer. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think Alec thinks
I-
that's a good answer.
I
Oh, it was
don't
good.
think. Okay, I think
Yeah.
we've reached.
I'm kinda
But
biased.
I don't think this one
Yeah.
is going anywhere. And yeah, I think it's time to go into closing statements. So I'm going to start with Aresto, since you had your hand raised.
Well, I believe it's self-defense. Kyle was there not just for defending, he also did first aid. He was a trained EMT, that's what he was doing. He was also giving out food, water, and other things. He wasn't just there protecting, he was also there giving out sustenance and a bunch of other things. So personally, he should be fully acquittal. If you want to debate about the last two, the one where he's not legally allowed to have the gun and the other one he's out, we can, but those are the only two that are going to hold water. The other ones, they're all going to be acquitted. That's the end of my closing statements.
All right, I'm going to throw it to Endless.
So, I also happen to have been trained in EMT training, and I don't ever at any point recall firearms training in that training. But yeah, he's probably going to walk, but that more so represents a failure of the justice system to me than it does anything morally. Yeah, like I said, I feel like he killed those people in the act of self-preservation, but I don't think it was self-defense because he shouldn't have been there in the first place.
All right, Lucas.
So yeah, once again, a lot of lies have been said during this panel just now. I mean, people have been saying that he crossed state lines with the weapon. He didn't. He didn't go there with the intent to kill. He went there with the intent to, one, assist protesters that might have been assaulted, maybe even hurt, which is why he brought a medkit with him. Which is why he brought water. He was putting out fires. He was defending property. It doesn't matter whether people were asking him to be there or not. You still have the right to volunteer to defend your community. Another thing I wanted to say, it's the reason that he was brandishing his weapon, like I said before, was because he was not allowed to have a gun legally. If anything, the real evil of this story, it was the fact that a 17-year-old needed to get a rifle, so because you couldn't have a small pistol with him to defend himself. I don't see. There's no case that can be made against Kyle for manslaughter or anything like that. It was obviously self-defense. Somebody shot into the air. People assaulted him, and there's nothing here has been said that has changed my mind, or even question my ideas.
All right, I'm going to throw it to Alec Gunter.
He shouldn't have been there. I've said it over and over, and I'll say it again. Should not have been there. He was crossing state lines. It was a big drive for him to go there with a loaded weapon to defend property that nobody asked him to defend, and insert himself into a very, very dangerous and high-stakes situation with that weapon in an attempt to rile people up so that he could use said weapon. I know this as a former conservative, and this is going to be a personal anecdote. But conservatives have this really weird wet dream where they just have to get a kill on somebody in self-defense. They have to. So it's, I know this because I used to be one. All right. So he just lived out the wet dream. And now he's, now he's.
Sounds like you were really bad conservative.
We're doing closing statement. We're doing closing statement. No. I'm not letting anyone speak. I'm sorry. We're doing closing statement. Stardust, go ahead.
Yeah, your personal wet dream is not the reality for everybody else. Sorry. Again, I would like to look at this. If the person was pursuing him to hurt him, he had the right to defend himself. It doesn't matter whether he should have been there or not, because we can take that same logic and apply it to any person who's been victimized. They shouldn't have been there. Maybe she shouldn't have been at the club. Maybe she shouldn't have been in the, decided to go walking at night, right? These are all things. It's dangerous to go walking at night in certain cities. I've gone walking at night in certain cities. Again, it's like it's victim blaming. It just is. You should have the right to defend yourself. If you are in a situation, it doesn't matter whether you should have been there or not, because we can use that argument for every single robbery, rape, murder that's ever happened. So those guys shouldn't have been there either. They did pursue him. They did attack him, and there was a gunshot that was fired, and he was acting in self-defense. I don't think that he should have submitted. I don't think that he should have given his firearm to a mentally ill person. And he did try to run away and was unsuccessful, and as a result had to shoot to kill. So.
All right. DoubleShine?
Yep. So I think it's really easy to sit here and talk about how he shouldn't have been there. Guns are bad. They make things really scary for people. None of these are relevant to the court case, and none of them are being used by the prosecution. If we look at the charges, first-degree reckless homicide, first-degree intentional homicide, attempted first-degree intentional homicide, none of these have been proven out. They are all absolutely destroyed by the amount of testimony and video evidence that we have to show that it was done in self-defense. It's actually so great that there's a good chance that Kyle Rittenhouse might not even be called up to the stand to give his testimony, because there's just simply so much video evidence at this point and photos of the event to suggest that it was done in self-defense. I believe that none of these charges will stick in court, except for the misdemeanor of having a weapon, and anyone who suggests that him walking is a failure of the legal system is spewing conspiracy theories equivalent to the January 6th election fraud.
All right. Phil.
Well, folks, this has certainly been a spirited debate, but we've gotten into a couple of things here, some very spicy things, but let's be frank, the intellectual kill shot of this particular debate was when I asked, if those people had not assaulted Rittenhouse first, would he have killed them? And when the answer was no, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's really, at that point, we're just talking academic here. And I'm sorry, but Alec, you're talking about how you used to be a conservative, and I'm sorry, I've been holstering this joke too long, and I gotta unholster it now. If you were a former conservative, then I'm the space pope. Now, sorry, I couldn't help it. I've been holstering that joke too long. But also, one last little thought that I want you all to ruminate on, to chew on, to think on here. So people keep saying he shouldn't have been there. He shouldn't have been there. Shouldn't have been there. He shouldn't have been there. He shouldn't have been there. Funny. I didn't know that the left didn't think that 17-year-olds and people had I thought you thought they had the right to protest. So the left doesn't think that people should be allowed to protest anymore. Boy, the left sure has come a long way since our little boy, hasn't it? So, folks, I'm Phil KOE. You can find me at KOE Nation on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. That is KOE Nation, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. What are you doing? And by God, if you are not fucking following Mr. Geek right now on Twitch, you are missing out, folks. And with that, I yield back to all you beautiful people.
All right, CTV.
Well, I've done just a lot of listening because there's been a lot of high spirits in this conversation. the thing that I find the most appalling is the lack of empathy from those that were arguing that he just shouldn't have been there, right? Regardless of the reason why he was there, it doesn't actually fucking matter. At the point where he starts being aggressed by someone, he has the right to defend himself. I don't give a fuck where they're at. I don't give a fuck, who it is, right? If somebody starts coming at you, you have the right to defend yourself, right? And if you are carrying a rifle and people don't think that that's not going to be one of the means in which you use to defend yourself, well, that clearly shows a lack of intelligence on their part. And exactly what the fuck do you want me to do about that, right? So, Rosenbaum was a fucking idiot. That's how that shit played out. Skateboard kid, guess what? Another fucking idiot. Anybody that decided to go at somebody with a fucking rifle that night was a fucking idiot. You fucked around and you found out. And that's how this shit's going to end up playing out in the court, because this is how justice is found, and people can understand that if I was in that situation, you better fucking believe I'd be defending myself. And frankly, the kid showed a lot better rifle discipline than I'd say a lot of adults out there. So,
True.
All right. And with that being said, and unless I'm forgetting someone, I think that concludes this topic. Was kind of heated.
What?
A lot of slice, but yeah. But
we all
anyway,
got along perfectly.
Yeah, right.
Little
But yeah,
spicy,
I just
sorry.
wanted to thank everyone for being here, like Reddy, and everyone in everyone's chat, Go follow our participants, they're wonderful. Again, thank you for being here. And with that being said, we're going to jump into the last topic, which is a fun one. So we can take the pressure a little bit down.
Just breathe.
And as always, we're going to welcome two more people. So yeah, welcome Frames, welcome Binx.
Frames,
How are you doing?
don't fucking trim that shit again.
Huh?
Don't trim that shit again.
Why don't
okay?
you suck my whole ass, CTV? I'll trim what I want to.
No, don't trim it. No, your look is fucked now. You need the thickness. You gotta have the
Great
thickness,
start on
bro.
topic 3.
Buddy, I
What?
promise you I'm plenty thick, all right?
What's up, stupid idiots? I'm Binx. This is the Binx takeover. Look at Mr. Geek. Look at what a sad little man. He just wants to watch Friends and Fringe, and he's all these people are yelling. So I'm taking it over. I'm taking over the Hippy Dippy recruitment right now for the third topic. Third topic isn't a topic. You've been debating each other, right? But there are better ways. There are better things to do, right? There are better ways to hash out your problems. And one of them is the ancient art of trivia. I would have destroyed all of you in the Kyle Rittenhouse debate, by the way. So we're going to play a game. I made it with my friends a week ago. It's called Twitch trivia game.
Oh.
You may say, oh, it's kind of like Jeopardy. It's not because of copyright infringement, but it is what it is. So the way this is going to work, we're going to have two teams. Okay. Mr. Geek's going to be on, I think, the lefty team, right? Frames obviously is going to be a righty.
What the fuck? What?
But that was Danabo, not me. I'm sorry, Frames.
Porno for 200, Alex.
All right. And let's see. I'm going to share the screen really quick. All right. First off, you guys need to each elect a representative real quick. Can everyone see the screen?
Wait, am I really on the
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Am
I
I
can
really
see-
on
yes,
the right
you're on the
one?
right.
Okay.
You're on the right. Sorry, bro.
All
Should be
righty.
interesting.
So good.
Okay. So someone on the right, we're going to do a heads or tails type situation. Do heads or tails.
Heads.
Heads? Okay, wait, who is that?
Me.
It was KOE? Okay.
Phil KOE.
Oh, I know Phil. All right.
Normally the most right-wing person on the panel, but then we've got an
It was-
here.
It was tails. The left goes first.
Bowie and
All right.
Pshaw.
Sorry. Okay. So we have five
Not to
categories.
steal.
5 categories.
I want to recount.
Debate tactics,
Sorry.
philosophy, Squid Game, corn, and politics.
Corn.
Yeah, conservatives
Memes.
win that for free. What the heck?
Okay. So
Well, I'm a farmer.
the lefties go first. We start it off, and we'll go straight into it. So we'll get Mr. Geek. You start with the first category.
First category? Alright, Squid
Yep.
Game.
For what? You have to pick the which number.
Wait. Wait. 200.
200. Oh, wait, 1 second.
Wait, real quick. Who's on team left? Because I don't even know.
Wow.
Yeah,
Extra
I
moderate.
honestly
That's
don't know.
easy.
Alright. Team left. Mr. Geek. I think Alec, obviously. Stardust. Who's the last lefty? Is it DoubleShine or Endless Cemetery?
I think I'm a lefty.
You're a lefty. Okay, it's DoubleShine. Okay. That's
I go by
I might be the-
neoliberal.
Oh,
An
no.
octopus has this many hearts for pumping blood through organs and gills. That's for the left. You guys can deliberate.
3.
Yeah,
I'm
I have
going
no
with
idea.
this.
This one's for us.
I don't take any
I think-
responsibility for this. 3?
Someone said 3?
How do we answer?
Just tell me.
Oh, 2.
2? Okay.
Yeah.
What?
3. Incorrect. Sorry. Incorrect.
What the fuck, guys? I said 3. Is it
Oh,
because I'm a
I got
woman?
it right.
Yeah.
Mansplained again.
It's pretty messed up.
Yikes.
Okay.
Wow.
Next, we'll go to KOE. Your pick a category.
Corn for 200.
Corn for 200.
Boy.
The first ever corn harvesting machine was invented in this state in 1931.
Ooh, damn.
Thought you said you were a farmer.
Well, Jesus.
Illinois.
Missouri.
Can I just say that was some bullshit? What just
True.
happened was some fucking bullshit.
You got mansplained pretty hard there, Stardust.
We both-
Missouri.
I did.
Pretty messed up. Missouri. Incorrect.
Why are woman?
Stardust. I'll throw it to Stardust. If she can answer this would be an amazing coup over.
No,
KO.
no, I can't answer this one. No.
Wait, just throw a
obviously
state
not.
out there.
Well, you have a 1 out of 50 chance, or 1 out of 49. You know, it's not whatever KOE said.
Well, actually, it is, but I'm curious what you guys say.
Mm.
I mean, wasn't it Chicago? I mean, I think it was Chicago.
That's a
Yeah, that's a big state.
that's a city, bro.
Oh, city.
All right, don't look at. They're trolling us. They're giving us bad answers.
I know it was Chicago. I don't know the city.
3, 2. It's not your turn, Lucas. This is a state. A state. We have rules. 1. Answer. It was Missouri. It was Missouri.
Oh,
It was
okay.
Missouri.
Missouri.
Sorry.
What the fuck? I called Missouri. And it was
No,
actually the Gleaner Harvester in 1930.
I don't think that's true.
I can't
All
believe
right,
I'm
we'll
an
go.
Ohio born. I didn't know that.
All right, we'll go
What
to.
the fuck? I won. I
team
got
left-
that one. I said Missouri.
Oh my god! All right, okay.
Oh,
If you're
did
gonna
you?
whine about it, I'll give you the 200.
Hey, can I ask a clarifying question real quick?
Yep.
What's up?
What did you guys have to say about the Kyle Rittenhouse thing? I missed it.
Oh, encore. Let's go.
Oh, it was a box of
No,
$50.
no.
They all said, Phil,
No.
you are completely right. Thank you, Phil, for enlightening us, and please
What are you
lead us
talking
to a
about,
better
Phil?
land.
Alesto's always right. Get out of here.
All right.
Oh, gosh, we've got a write-off.
Clearly, Stardust is never right because, fuck her and her answers. So
Stardust was right today. Stardust was
I
right
mean,
today.
I'm not going to
Yesterday.
say Stardust is wrong or right, but Alesto did flash 3 on the camera before Stardust said anything.
What?
I said 3 hearts.
you have to say it.
before
You have to
anything.
say it.
True.
So
Okay, so
All right.
who's
All
picking
right,
the
next
category?
question.
We'll do it. Freems.
Oh shit. Stu, God, I feel like we have a wild card on our hand with Phil, but we've already fucked up once. Let's go corn for 100.
65% of Canadian corn comes from this province.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I
Do you
didn't even think
know
Canada was
province?
real.
Yeah, see, that's what I
Wait,
thought.
Canada? Isn't that a made-up country? Like, what is the deal?
It's American's top hat.
Is that your answer?
No.
Oh, wait, no, it's not your turn.
Luckily,
Lucas.
it's a 1 in 13.
I'm kidding,
chance,
it's
so
French.
you guys are good.
Alberta.
Alberta. Wait, no, it's not your turn, CTV. It's free.
Oh,
Alberta.
Alberta. Okay. Incorrect. Alberta CTV.
Damn.
It is Alberta.
Nova Scotia. I mean,
Incorrect.
British
That is
Columbia.
wrong.
Ottawa.
That is also
Quebec.
wrong.
Come on.
Ottawa?
No, Ottawa.
I was gonna say Saskatchewan.
I thought it was in Wayne.
Wait a minute.
Saskatchewan's the cold.
Wait.
What?
Who's picking now?
Ottawa's a city in.
Yeah, British Columbia is a city, bro.
Nope, incorrect.
No,
All right,
Ottawa
we're
is
going
a-
to Endless Cemeteries. Your turn.
Let's do politics for 500.
Wait a goddamn
We're not
minute.
gonna let you get away with that.
What was it?
Let's do politics for.
And Quebec
for
is the
three-
actual
for
province. I'm
300.
looking for.
Politics for
No, isn't it
300.
Ontario?
In 2011, presidential candidate Herman Cain bowed out of the race by quoting the theme song for this popular children's series.
The Pokemon movie.
Correct. Wait, which?
Non policy.
Okay.
That's a
Wait, really?
What?
Wow.
That's
crazy. I didn't know that.
Dead ass, bro. Dead ass.
Hell yeah.
You go again, Endless.
Let's do. Sheesh. Let's do philosophy for 3. For another try.
Philosophy was first invented to do what?
Such
Damn.
a broad question.
That's quite the question.
To describe mankind's surroundings.
Incorrect.
Damn, I knew that was wrong.
Go to
That's
the other
not true.
team.
Just felt right.
Can I take it?
No, you're on the Endless's team.
Wait, I'm a lefty.
Is this for the conservative?
Wait.
Who gets to go? Conservatives or liberals right now?
Right now it is.
I'm on
Uh,
nobody's team.
I'm
I've
throwing it-
disavowed all teams. Okay, that
Oh,
made
that-
me.
Yeah, can we do
I am
team
my own
men
team.
versus team women.
People never know where to
party.
put me.
I'll throw it to Stardust then, because that's a third.
Can I be on
that's a third
Stardust
I'm fine
team?
with. Nope, your
God
team
damn it.
ready. Stardust.
To discover truth.
Incorrect. Feel smart on Twitter.
Ah,
come
see,
on,
I was
that's
close.
That's-
My
Oh,
answer-
Okay.
I was
answer
going to
was
say
Georgia.
study epistemology and to get better ethics, but okay. All right.
I'm gonna throw it to Alec.
Remember-
Alec's turn.
Remember when Freud got canceled? It was crazy. I'm gonna take Squid Game 300. Come on,
If
baby.
you win a Squid Game, should you wander the world aimlessly with enormous wealth, but cursed with the fact that you can never enjoy it because of the horrible things you have done? Or should you just buy a boat?
I mean,
Stardust team
the-
is volunteering. Okay.
wait, do I don't know. Do I get to discuss this, or is this just my question?
This,
No,
yes, this
Discuss it with your team.
Oh, I mean,
I'm gonna
obviously
say
by a
boats
boat,
and
right?
hose. Boats and hose. Boats.
I think
and
a boat
hose.
is the right answer, Alec. We buy the boat.
Okay, yeah, by boat.
Boats are correct. Good job.
Hey,
Good job.
we got
Let's
it,
go.
boys.
Say,
All right.
shit.
We're on the
Start
board.
and go.
The conservatives were all going to say boat, obviously. I mean, come on.
Alec.
Let's take Squid Game 400.
The
Hopefully not a
genre
joke
of-
question.
Of Japanese animation has popularized putting squids and other tentacled creatures in sexual situations.
Oh, you know it.
Come on now. Come on now. We all know this one.
The ultimate
Hentai.
Squid Game.
Yeah, the hentai.
Hentai.
I was about
baby.
to say, don't even pretend like, what?
I only knew it because someone else said it first.
Or as I
Good.
like to
Now
call
I
it, my
said it. I
second
get to pick the
monitor.
fucking next one, right?
I know because I'm a regular viewer of hentai.
Binx,
Shameless.
we've seen your search history.
Okay, so again, I'm next, right?
Okay, that's true. CTV is next.
Good, good,
Things like-
good,
I have a
good,
question.
good.
I
Let's
still
go,
don't know.
Lucas, shut up.
I still
Let's
don't know
go,
where I'm, whether I'm on the right or
You're
left.
not gonna find out while you're fucking talking.
I don't
How's
even know
that?
what team I'm on.
You're not gonna
There's
find
no
out.
rules. There's no rules. You just make a book.
Jesus, here we go. All right, I'm trying
You're,
to
viola-
pick.
you're violating
Nobody's
my
on my
nap right
team
now.
except for me. I'm just announcing that. Okay, all of you.
Look at
Are,
that. As soon as I get to pick,
exiled.
everybody's got to talk. It's amazing. Now, philosophy for 500.
Ooh.
Who is the best dancer?
Baby.
Phil KOE.
No,
obviously.
baby. Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Oh.
Incorrect.
That's a pretty good
That's
answer.
CTV.
No, bullshit. That's the answer. Ho?
Go on throw it to
You've
Lucas.
never seen me dance.
Lucas,
It's CTV.
it's your turn, Lucas.
Who is
What
the
do you
best
mean?
answer?
CTV.
Oh, incorrect.
Ah, dang it.
You should
Usher.
have said Phil KOE.
Correct answer was
Usher.
Usher.
Don't
Usher
be
was
so
the best
quick
answer.
to-
Usher's
come on.
better than Michael Jackson. I know a black person didn't make this.
All right, we're gonna throw it to.
It's like one of the best
Uh,
lines from the show Boondocks. Usher, Michael Jackson is
wait.
not a musical genre.
Who haven't I? Oh, let's do Alesto. Alesto, you go.
Debate for 4.
What do you poison when you present adverse information about a target person with the intention of discrediting everything that the target person says?
Hmm.
What would you draw water out of?
I'm going to go and say you poison the well.
It's a great band.
Well, correct. Good job. 100.
Well, good job.
Why am I
well.
celebrating? I don't even know what
Great
team I'm
band.
on.
Lucas, we can be on the same team, all right? Because I
Chris,
don't
you're
know
on
either.
Team Righty. You're an ANCAP.
Wait,
There
when
ain't
does
nobody in
Team 3
lefties
get
that are even
go?
going to take you.
Well, it's always weird for people to categorize because I'm an anarchist, so that makes me left wing, but I'm like hyper.
All right, you are violating my non-aggression principle right now, Lucas.
Thanks,
Okay?
shut
I'm
up.
trying to
I'll
host
break the
right
map
now.
with you, okay?
Binx, when does Team 3 get to go? When
Okay,
does Team
start us
3
go. Start us go. She
Okay.
acts nice.
Debate tactics for 500.
Oh, Lord.
This informal fallacy means using a term with more than one meaning in a statement without specifying which meaning is intended.
It's
Mm,
actually a hard one. New fallacy that I need to learn.
We're all going to be accusing people of this in like 2 weeks after this show. This fallacy. Calling you stupid for not knowing something I just learned last week.
Right.
without specifying which meaning is intended. Mott and Bailey?
Incorrect. I'll throw it to DoubleShine.
You know, I have no clue. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pass on this one.
I'm on a panel with a bunch of debate bros. No
I
one
thought
knows.
that was an alternative band from the 90s.
Is it Menage
Oh,
a Trois?
equivocation.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be Menage a Trois. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Equivocation.
Nice. I didn't know
Menage
that.
a Trois.
All right, let's throw it to Geek.
Real quick.
No, wait, no,
Banks.
Freems. Throw it to
Real
Freems.
quick, Banks. I have
What?
to dip out, but it was a pleasure to talk to everyone here. And I hope to see you guys again at some time.
All right.
Take care,
Thank you,
Alesto.
Alesto.
Oh,
Bye,
yeah.
Alesto.
Have a good night.
Yeah,
See you
Alesto.
later,
Wait,
bud.
who's leaving?
Alesto.
Oh, okay.
Freems, your turn.
Squid Game, 500.
Octopuses have 8 arms, and squid and cuttlefish have 8 arms. But this cephalopod can have more than 90 arms.
Fuck, I don't fucking
Oh.
know.
I know.
Wait, I can. Lucas is on my team, right?
No. Yes. Yes.
What
That's
is
the
it,
lefty
Lucas?
side, right? Yeah.
What is it, Lucas?
Lucas is on the right.
Is it the giant squid?
No.
No,
Oh,
incorrect.
fuck.
Wait, no, I had to answer it.
That's your answer. That's your answer. You asked for Lucas. That's your answer. Okay,
No,
we're
I
gonna
had
throw
to
it
for him to
to.
tell me.
Yo.
The giant squids are you looking at that have 90 arms?
Is it
I don't know,
Nautilus?
you know?
It sounds like he's watching the same.
Wait, who
headline.
said that?
I said Nautilus.
Wait, I can't see the. Is it endless?
Endless said
Okay.
Nautilus.
Yep. Yeah, I was going to throw it to you anyway. Yep.
Well, I
Endless
knew it was
correct.
that. Yeah, I knew it.
Totally.
On the
What is
board.
that got to do with Squid Game?
very
Let's
smart.
go. We're in the lead. Let's go.
It's
what
all.
is that
It's
gonna-
squid. It's squid.
It's
It's
a
all.
squid.
I
It's
should
all
just
It's a
throw my
mollusk.
biology
It's a
degree away.
cephalopod.
So she
Maybe
just
playing
doesn't
games
say
with all
squid,
those 90
right?
arms. What do you think they're doing with all them arms? They're playing games. All right. And let's pick another category.
Let's go with politics for 5. Let's go big or go home.
In the kingdom of Westeros, records have shown that House Lannister falsely executed this king's hand, which eventually
Oh my
led to the
God.
War of the
It
Five
would be
Kings.
this.
Do you know it?
Oh
I can help
my
you.
God.
Fuck no. Yeah.
It's-
What
I
is it?
know it.
It's Ned Stark.
Ned Stark?
Yep.
That's
That
correct.
feels wrong. Oh, is it?
Let's go,
Okay, it is.
baby. The real
get it.
politics.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't read or seen any of that shit.
All right, we'll throw it to DoubleShine then.
Yeah, let's go debate tactics for 100.
Hey.
This debate tactic that kind of sounds like a fish is used when someone keeps talking and making different points.
Hmm.
Would that be
Oh.
Moot?
No,
Gish Gallop.
no,
Gish
I
Gallop.
got it. I got
Oh my
it.
god,
It's
dude.
Gish Gallop.
The running zebra. It's called the running zebra.
Stardust team would like to have an opportunity to say it's Gish Gallop. So
No, it's the running zebra.
Well, the
Wow, this is
KOE
like a
team
fish.
already stole those votes.
Well, Stardust is correct. It was Gish Gallop. Booger and
How does
I.
that sound
thank
like a
you,
fish?
Team 3.
I
For the
thought it was
win.
I thought you had that.
zebra. I thought it was the
All right.
running zebra.
All right, Stardust. Next category.
Okay, debate tactics for 200.
I don't even know what team I'm on.
This is the debate tactic Mr. Geek accuses people of whenever he argues with someone.
Speaking English.
True.
Actually. I accuse
Bad
you of
faith?
speaking English.
Them ad homs.
Bad faith. Stardust is correct.
Hell yeah,
Well
dude.
done.
That's 300. I should have
Oh,
just
bad
been on
faith.
my own from the start.
That's a
Nah,
classic. All right.
it should have been speaking English. That's
Lefties,
fine.
you just had to mansplain her, and now she's coming up to defeat you. What can
That's
you do?
true. Okay. Next one, Stardust.
All right, next one is debate tactics for 300.
Alex.
When you are losing a debate on Twitch, this is the final debate tactic you can use
Ad homs.
to pull out a win. Incorrect.
What?
I'll throw it
What is
to
it?
Phil KOE.
Jeez, that's a tough one. When you're losing a debate on Twitch, accuse somebody of being some form of ist or ism.
Incorrect.
I bet I'm
Right.
closer, I think.
Write a Twitter manifesto and get them canceled. That's the final debate.
Is this an attack on Destiny?
Ouch.
All right, moving along.
Tactical N-word.
All right, Lucas. We'll give it to. We'll let Lucas have one.
All right. I guess I'll go for politics for philosophy for 400.
400.
Yeah.
What is a weem?
What the fuck is a weem? A weem, it's something that you pee out of. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
I have no clue what the fuck that is.
That works too.
Isn't that just someone
you
who
got
really
me.
likes anime?
No.
I'll take any
weem.
answers from anyone. Missy TV.
What are woman?
Well, a weem, right? Is a weem away, a weem away, a weem away, a weem away. In the jungle, the mighty jungle,
I'm not responsible for this part. I just want to throw that out there.
That's good.
In the jungle,
Incorrect.
mighty jungle,
No one knows.
Is it a hot woman?
Wow.
No one knows what a weem
No
is.
one knows what
a
a
ween
is,
away,
okay?
a weem.
I think
Dang.
I think CTV knows.
CTV's got some pipes, man. That's good.
All right, Double Shine. We'll let you go.
Yeah, sure. Let's do politics for 200.
This is an official of a political party whose task is to ensure party discipline in the legislature.
Yo,
Ooh.
team, I'm gonna need some help on this one.
Am I on
mean,
his
I don't-
team?
I don't even know what team I,
I don't
am.
know.
so-
If
I told
anybody
y'all the
wants to
teams at
help
the
me,
beginning.
check.
If you don't know, I'm not repeating. Okay, that's how it is. Figure it out. Figure out the teams.
I
I was just gonna say
I
that.
know. Stardust team would like to elect to go.
Oh,
Yeah,
by
I
the
know
way,
what it is.
hey, by the way, no cheating in chat. I know all you motherfuckers in chat. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I
Alright,
know what
Jack's
the
not
fuck
cheating.
this is for the right.
I knew what it was before they.
Look, I'm not getting all of the answers put into my chat to every single question.
Yeah, me
That's
either.
not happening in my chat.
I don't.
That's fine. You know what?
Stardust team
That's fine.
Thank
I
you
know
for
what
all
you
the
want
would
to
like
look
to
at.
volunteer to go.
Okay,
It's a whip.
Stardust.
Too late, Phil.
Okay.
KOE.
Yeah, we got it.
Championship. Yeah, it's a whip.
All right. Took it from a woman again. All right. This is
Rest in
KOE.
peace.
That's
Wait,
some
shut it.
bullshit.
I
That's some
actually, I
bullshit.
let her go for it. You know.
All right, Phil.
You let her go for the whip?
Let's go for the gusto. Corn for 500. This one's gonna be.
This was the greatest accomplishment of corn in 2021.
Reuniting.
Record yields, record prices.
Incorrect.
No, biggest bag of popcorn ever.
It's running
Won the
their own Twitch
presidency.
channel.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
Winning the Hippy Dippy Championship.
The
Actual
Hippy
Jake?
Dippy Rumble.
Actual Jake
Rumble.
winning the Hippy Dippy Rumble. Correct. Stardust got
Yeah.
it.
Oh, son of
Hell
a
yeah,
bitch!
dude.
Oh my god, I forgot.
500.
Son of a bitch!
Didn't I get like
I
half
watched
of
that
those
live.
points?
How did I forget that?
I was like, God damn it!
Stardust said it
Mine
first.
was actually
Okay.
right. We have
All
right.
record
Corn
price.
for 400. No, not corn.
Do it.
Politics for 400.
Senator Palpatine was forced to enact a populist coup for the people when this group of lame administrators turned their back on the people.
What is the question?
I know this.
Y'all can see the questions, right?
Senator Palpatine. This is Star Wars, right?
No.
No,
I
it's
can't
Star
answer
Trek.
questions.
Yeah, we're
It's
talking
Star
about
Trek?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Nah, it's Red Dwarf.
No, it's Star
The
Wars.
Republic. The Republic.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
Throw it to
It's the
anyone?
Jedi. Let's go with that Jedi.
The Jedi. And those got it.
Let's get it.
That's what I was
What is
thinking.
what was even the question?
Can you not see the questions?
Oh, come
There's
on.
no question. It's just
What
a
do you mean?
statement.
God, I'm such a Star Wars nerd.
It's
I was going to say the
Jeopardy.
Trade Federation, but
They're all supposed to be
oh,
statements,
man,
not questions.
Yeah. Who is the Jedi? Thank you. CTV.
Yep.
Straight.
Uh,
Politics
Who
for
is the
100.
Jedi?
Who are the Jedi?
This former presidential candidate has created his own political party this year.
Andrew Yang.
Gang,
You know what?
gang.
Yep.
Yeah, Andrew Yang.
Oh, didn't Trump also do it?
Well, yeah.
No.
Everybody did it.
Yang.
There you
Yang.
go.
did. It's called the
Andrew Yang.
Republican.
I'm
Won that
glad
one
that
as
I got
well.
the answer
Whichever,
for
however many
philosophy.
Trump
points
did
that
do
was.
it. It's called the Republican
I
Party.
claim
He made
the
two
win on
political
that.
parties, actually.
Yeah.
Facts, no printer.
All right.
You
Well,
have
start
to. No,
Stardust
it's-
claimed it. So
Yes. Well, how much was that? So I just so I
It was,
can keep count.
Things,
was 100.
facts don't care about your feeling,
Okay,
okay?
so I'm at 900 so far. All right. I'm gonna choose corn for 400.
This is the name for the tightly wrapped leaves that cover an ear of corn.
The husk.
Damn. Yeah, that's correct.
Damn,
How
that's
do you even
damn.
know that?
Shut up, you know
400
the work.
plus 900. So can somebody add that for me? 400
Damn,
plus
Stardust,
900.
you beat the conservatives at this rate.
2300 into
I
2200.
don't even know
okay.
what team I'm on.
Although it's also commonly known as the
1300.
shot.
Okay. All right. I would like to go for philosophy for 200.
Plato's
suggestion.
suggestion. The knowledge.
Sorry.
I have to read it. Okay, it's my job.
Sorry,
The
my bad.
knowledge is innate or remembered as a result of being triggered by experience. Is in response to a paradox he sets up for himself, which is called what?
The is it the is
Trigger
it
those lips, baby.
is it the cave?
Incorrect.
No.
Fuck.
Can I take
It's
it?
not
Can I take it?
We'll throw it to Lucas.
A priori?
Incorrect.
What?
Mino's paradox. Mino's
Oh,
paradox.
Wouldn't
Okay.
have got that.
That's a 200. I thought that was an easy one. All
Wouldn't
right,
have
let's
got
move
that.
on. Let's go throw it to Frames. Frames.
Pro streamer.
Frames.
So I was talking about chat. I don't care. Just pick one. No.
Corn for 300.
This is the proper name for squid dishes in English.
Proper name.
I don't know.
Fish and chips.
Calamari.
No.
Calamari. That's correct. Frames got it.
Hell yeah. I can get an answer from Stardust
Hey.
chat.
Got it. Well done.
What?
Nothing.
This is
like
the value
DoubleShine.
of third parties. They just help us win.
Okay. All right. Pick another one, Frames.
Corn for 300.
The U.S. counts corn as this, although everywhere else in the world classify it as a grain.
A starch.
Incorrect.
Oh, well, fuck.
Phil KOE.
A seed.
Incorrect.
I know what it is now. God damn it.
A vegetable.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say
I would
that.
like to take.
Wow.
I would like to take responsibility for the squid question since the answer supposedly came from my chat. So
Well, you're not supposed to get answers from chat. I was just memeing.
Wait, your chat's cheating?
Yes.
No,
Actually,
I mean,
I'll say this. Whenever
Frames-
Stardust, listen.
Big
Whenever
wow.
Stardust
So,
was wrong, she
Frames-
timed out the person in her
This
chat
is-
who gave her the
this
wrong
is voter
answer.
fraud.
I don't
explicitly
time
told the
anybody
chat
out.
not
I
to
don't
do that.
mod my own chat, dude.
For
I
real
explicitly
though?
Voter
told the
fraud,
We
chat.
doing that? That's crazy.
All right,
We doing
Philosophy
that.
100. Mr. Geek, we're throwing it to you.
Voter fraud.
Hey, famous philosopher Conan the Barbarian responded with this when asked, "What is best in life?"
I know this one. I know it. I know it.
Ooh.
Sex and food.
I got it.
That's close.
I got it. Can I
Are you
take
on my team?
All
right,
Because I,
Phil, you can take it if you do if you do it the act. The impression.
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the
Hear the
lamentations
cries
of the women.
That's correct.
The lamentations
the
of the women.
lamentations of the women. I fucked it up.
Honestly, I just wanted Phil to do that. So that's
Hey.
100.
Actually, can I give my points to Stardust?
No, you're team ready
Sorry, Stardust.
all the way.
I especially like the lamentations of their women.
Wait, so what team won?
Exactly.
Who's on the winning
Very
team?
fun.
Team one,
I know you started us
2700.
on
Team two, 2300. Well, for right now, the winner right now is team one for 2700. We can do another round if you'd like. It's up to you. Up to y'all. I have another one ready. But
Sure, we'll do it. I mean, I'll do it.
wait, I'm being
Can I-
told.
You're being told what?
Wait, Denobo's typing something.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Then he stopped
Are we
typing.
doing another?
We can do another. Well, I'll show you on the
made me
categories.
nervous by calling him out.
Here's new ones: Twitch, politics, capitalism.
Facts.
Mid-roundy. Okay, well, Danobo said to end it. Sorry, guys.
Oh, man. I wanted to participate in capitalism. Come on,
I'm sending a very strongly worded message to Danobo about
I
this.
just gotta know what's the Mitt Romney
Okay.
factor
I
500.
don't
All right,
want
all right,
capitalism.
all right.
No,
Danobo said we
no
can
more
keep going.
capitalism.
Danobo said we can keep going. So,
Okay,
Hey.
yes, politics
Rock
for
and
500.
Okay, I gotta take a peep.
Okay, now we've got 3 defined teams here. Okay, who's on Team Phil KOE here for the right? We got Phil K, because I know Stardust on her
I'll be
own
a
team.
right winger.
All
be a
right,
right
so Endless Cemetery, Lucas. Sorry,
I'll
left-
be a lefty. I'll be a lefty.
Oh, but you traitor to Ann Cappery. And
Hey, always do
Kazakhstan
it.
is going to revoke your
Since-
citizenship, even though
I'm
they don't believe in
There's
that.
no citizenship in Ancapistan.
Lucas. I'm actually a lefty if you want to go on the right side.
no, the Freedoms can't leave. Change team. Sorry, that was the
What
rule.
the fuck?
Okay,
I'm
okay,
gonna retire.
Stardust team would like
So
to.
am I on the right or am I on the
we-
left? Please make up your mind.
I
Figure-
think
you know
the
what?
right has claimed you, Lucas.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm on the right now.
All right. So someone said
Victory.
Twitch politics
Yes,
for 500.
yes. Stardust team would like to do Twitch politics for 500.
Ooh. This is
This
the
is
only
the
Twitch
only-
streamer to own everyone in a 3-hour debate while driving in his car on the highway the entire time.
Redneck.
Mr. Geek.
I know this response.
That was Mr. Geek, right?
Redneck.
No, redneck.
Is it redneck?
Redneck.
This
Redneck.
world needs a
Correct.
few more rednecks.
Who's redneck? I don't even know who
That's,
redneck is.
That's CTV.
Yeah, but
Wow.
CTV next
Twitch
category.
politics.
Oh, you
That's
redneck?
crazy.
Yeah, Twitch
Wait.
politics 400.
Who's on team 1?
I don't even know. Can I leave?
Team
No,
one is
how come there's not Team 3 category here where you can add points, huh, Binx?
at this point is Team Stardust versus everyone else. I mean, that's
Okay.
the vibe I'm
Okay.
getting.
All right, and if anybody answers for me, I get their points, right? So
No.
rip.
Twitch
Twitch
politics
politics.
400.
400. This Twitch streamer and YouTuber has smoked the fattest vape of all time while on stream.
CTV.
CTV.
Is it Candace?
Incorrect. Incorrect.
Ico? Is it
Uh,
Ico?
Xander Hall.
Xander Hall.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
bullshit.
CTV can do it faster. CTV, come on, beat him.
Dennis Prager.
Beat him.
All right.
Beat him.
I'll throw it to we'll throw it to DoubleShine. He has gone a while.
Yeah, let's go sandwiches for 100.
Damn, cool guy alert.
The average American will have consumed 1,500 of this type of sandwich by the time they graduate high school.
Bologna and
What
cheese.
is peanut butter and jelly?
Is it Ligma?
Ham and
PB and
cheese.
J. PB and J.
Oh.
Let's go. Let's go.
On the board.
So what's
on
it
the
say
boards.
about me that I've never had a PB and J?
Oh,
You're not American.
no.
You're not
Anti-American.
a
Every day for
conservative
lunch. I have
anymore.
2 every day for lunch.
I'm
You
team bologna and
lie.
cheese.
CTV,
Bologna and cheese. I
cheese
need
is-
some
CTV.
meat.
CTV, what are you trying to conserve if not a PB&J? What kind of American are you?
Bologna and
conservative.
cheese. Were you not listening a minute ago, motherfucker?
Bacon on a
PB&J.
PB&J.
PB&J, it's the most
say.
American thing I've ever heard, okay? And this is coming from a foreigner, okay?
All right, DoubleShine.
all those stuff in other countries too, okay?
Yeah, let's run it back. Sandwiches for
PB&J
200.
This is the most popular sandwich in America, followed in
Sandwich.
by the BLT.
Bologna and cheese.
Incorrect.
PB&J?
Incorrect.
Grilled cheese.
What is
Incorrect.
tuna sandwich?
Chicken sandwich?
Oh, ham.
What ham?
Ham sandwich.
Does a
come on.
burger count?
Damn.
Okay,
A
Frames.
burger, it's definitely a sandwich. I would agree
Okay.
with that.
I thought it'd be a burger.
Well, it's a sandwich.
Does
It's
a
in
Pop-Tart
between
count?
2 pieces of bread. It's a sandwich.
Yeah, exactly.
Is a Pop-Tart a sandwich? Discuss.
Frames is
no
Geek,
bread.
wait,
It's not. It's ravioli.
Pastry.
Geek, please pick a category.
That's the vegetable.
Capitalism 500.
Geek, come on, really?
How do we overthrow the chains of today's oppressive society and walk hand in hand into a new era where humankind can usher in an age of peace and liberty?
Decapitate all the landlords.
Delete Twitter.
By subscribing to Hassan.
Eat the rich.
Yes. Subscribing to KOE Nation on YouTube.
No,
Yes.
subscribe to PewDiePie.
All close, but all incorrect.
Subscribing
Oh.
to
It's not
Destiny.
eating the rich. Is a Oh, okay. LOL. You
Oh,
can't get
you're
wrecked.
right.
Damn.
Damn,
Correct.
socialists
All right,
in
next.
shambles
Oof.
right now.
Get
Damn.
wrecked.
Who made this? A
True,
socialist?
Ouch. My
All right,
praxis.
let's go to Endless.
Let's do Mitt Romney facts for the three for the tray.
One conspiracy theory holds that Mitt Romney is actually this mythological figure.
Dionysus.
Incorrect.
I don't know.
I don't give a fuck. I'm answering Cthulhu.
Close, but incorrect.
The Zodiac
what the-
Killer.
Jesus?
No.
Bruce.
A unicorn.
Unicorn.
Okay.
A unicorn. That was
Secretly,
great.
Is there a joke to this?
I've never
No,
heard that.
It's completely
That's my
true.
first time hearing that.
No, it's true. We'll Google it. All right. Frames, are you there?
Ah, come on. He's gone.
Oh, he left. Oh, all right.
He
Let's go
left you,
to who's still here? Let's go to Stardust.
Okay. Mitt Romney facts for 400.
On the final days of campaigning for president, Mitt Romney famously said, "Tomorrow we believe in a new what?"
Sandwich.
Oh, that's
America.
Candace.
Incorrect.
America. Oh, okay. Country.
Today.
Incorrect.
Tomorrow we believe in
Today.
a new tomorrow.
Today.
AOE.
Yep.
Wow, really?
Hey,
Wait, really?
Wait, no way. No
Wow.
shot.
Look,
That's the most boring quote I've ever heard from a
There's a
politician.
new world order. Alex Jones warned us
It's
about
crazy.
this.
all right,
What's
so
Mitt
AOE.
Romney?
World order.
The fuck do you expect from Mitt Romney? The guy can't, figure out which side of the fence he's going to fucking jump on week to week.
I was about to say, now, do I get to pick the next one?
Yeah, go ahead, Phil.
Mitt Romney facts for 500, Alex.
Hey,
Mitt is actually his middle name. His real first name is what?
Willard.
Catchers.
William.
Oh, fuck, what is it?
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Something weird like, oh,
He be
okay.
fucking with the
got it.
Reds.
It's
His
Willard.
name was
Willard.
Catcher's Mitt.
All right, Endless.
I want someone to call him Willie.
I'll do capitalism
Like in
for
real life.
400.
It'd be great.
It's so weird that politicians don't use their real names like
This
pro
was the
wrestlers.
philosopher who first introduced the ideology of anarcho-capitalism to the masses.
Oh.
Is it Adam Smith?
No!
Incorrect.
I don't give a fuck about anarcho-capitalism.
Can I do
I'll
it?
throw-
Ross.
Yeah, I'll throw
Oh
it to
man,
this
it's
one.
ideology.
Rothbard. Murray Rothbard.
Incorrect.
Baby Liberty.
I thought you were the guy, bro. What the fuck?
Wait,
Baby
yeah.
and Liberty.
What? It was Rothbard.
Ayn Rand.
Last
No,
year's
get out of
here.
That's
Wait,
true.
who is that?
Last year's name is the philosopher of anarcho-capitalism.
Get out of
It's true.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
my
CTV.
Look at you like me with some of these corn questions. Like, what the fuck is this?
CTV, please pick a category.
Yeah. Twitch politics for 300.
This is the best political streamer and freestyle rapper on Twitch.
Oh, me.
Wake the Beast.
Destiny.
True.
Wake,
Wow.
Wait, wow.
God
wake the
damn.
beast.
God damn.
He got it.
He got
First
bars.
fucking try. Hell.
Twitch politics 200.
If Rob Noor was a crime-fighting detective in a black and white movie from the 1920s, this would be his name.
Cock Noir.
Norman.
Noir.
Is it Rob Noir?
Is it White
Hey.
Noir?
It's noir.
Dick
Rob
Tracy.
Noir.
God
You got
damn it.
DoubleShine got it.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, I got it.
Noir.
KP fat.
You guys are going too much.
All right. Twitch
All right.
politics 100.
No, it's DoubleShine's turn.
Did he get it?
Yeah, you got it.
Oh yeah. Let's do capitalism for 300.
Ooh, the tray.
To stay capital, so I'm to Dick Cheney, Johnny Carson, and Hillary Swank.
How is this about capitalism?
Capital.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's capital.
Whoa.
What?
Oh,
Wow.
Play on words.
I know.
Is it New York City?
incorrect.
Nebraska.
Nope.
Correct.
Oh, it is.
Correct. Lincoln, Nebraska.
Damn.
Wow.
All right, Phil KOE.
Johnny Carson is
On the board.
Nebraska's home to Johnny Carson, folks. Let's see. You know, fuck it. Capitalism for 200.
Modern capitalist theory is traditionally traced to the 18th century treatise, An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of the Wealth of Nations, by this Scottish political economist.
Fabian Liberty Scott.
I was gonna go
Incorrect.
Adam Smith.
It's Adam Smith, obviously.
Adam Smith.
Why does he get a serious question and I get the meme ones? Come on.
That's because you're an ANCAP. Your whole thing is a meme.
Damn. Brutal.
The neo-lib.
Phil KOE.
Capitalism 100.
It's cool. I hate libs too.
This is the capital of Puerto Rico.
Something we can agree on.
Them lives.
Fuck. What is the capital of Puerto Rico?
Oh, dude, I know this.
I don't
Say it.
The answer is nobody cares.
It's San Juan.
San Juan. That's, you know, it just came to me brilliantly. Just
Yeah,
suddenly.
get out of here.
Yeah.
You said Puerto Rico City. That's crazy.
I'll give it to Lucas.
Just,
Lucas got
it
that one.
just came to me suddenly. I don't know how
I'm
it
gonna
came to me.
go for Brit 300.
Brits.
An underwater tunnel connects England with this country.
France.
France.
The channel.
The channel.
Got it. It's France.
Oh shit.
CTV?
Yep. Twitch politics for 100.
This streamer came in second place during the first Hippy Dippy Rumble earlier this year.
Stardust.
Incorrect.
Bill KOE.
Rip.
Incorrect.
CTV.
Incorrect.
Demon Mama?
Demon Mama?
It was me. I was robbed
Oh, wait,
twice.
wait, I came
The show
in
robs
first.
me every fucking time I come on it. All
I
right.
came
Rip,
in
rest
first
in
in the
peace.
first ever Hippy.
Okay, dude.
Every single
That's
fucking
right.
time.
I'm the
Alright,
winner
thank-
of the first ever one. So yeah, sorry.
Some would
We're
say
here if you
stolen.
need to talk.
Some would say stolen from me, but whatever. All right, let's move on.
Oh, you know, victory's a
Set the
victory. I was about
Geek.
to say,
Geek.
stop this to you.
Your turn, Geek.
Sandwich 500.
In 2019, this fast food chain's newly created chicken sandwich ran out of stock due to its popularity.
Popeyes.
Chick-fil-A.
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 And you're all dead ass wrong too, because it's Popeyes.
Of course, it's Popeyes. Everybody knows.
I knew that.
Of course, the
That-
black guy
that-
knows about his chicken.
Huge. That sandwich is badass.
I'm
I'm
good.
Chick-fil-A
Let's go
loyal.
there.
That shit is amazing.
Yeah, Popeyes is where they like somebody
Nah,
died.
the Popeye sandwich definitely blows
Pope,
Chick-fil-A
yes.
out of the water.
It's a delicious chicken sandwich. All right, endless next.
Popeyes.
Let's do sandwiches for 400. Sandwiches.
This type of sandwich is also the name for donating to a Twitch streamer for a month.
Sub.
A sub.
$5 foot long.
Mr.
Sub.
Geek on the board.
Oh.
$5 footlong. Stardust, I don't know what kind of donations you be getting that are
That's
footlong.
on Twitch, Stardust.
All right, Mr. Geek. Mr. Geek.
Brit 500.
How many times has England won the FIFA World Cup?
Never.
El Zilcho.
Fuck. I don't
Three.
know if it's one or two.
Three.
Three?
I think so,
One?
yeah.
Oh, they won every time.
It's either 0 or 3. I'm not sure.
It's England.
Pack it up.
win it every year.
Just once, just one time. Stardust
Oh,
got
I
it right.
won.
LOL.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
All right,
Points to
Stardust.
Team
Because we were robbed, bruv.
Sandwiches for 300.
This sandwich restaurant has a secret menu that includes the Noah's Ark and the Chuck Norris.
In-N-Out Burger?
Oh no.
Incorrect.
Ooh.
I don't know this one. Maybe
Firehouse.
it's
Firehouse.
Jimmy John's. Let's say Jimmy John's.
Firehouse.
Nope.
Jimmy John's is correct.
Oh, shit.
Really? Holy shit.
3,000.
Shit.
I'm ordering a Chuck Norris next time I go there.
All right. All right.
Noah's Ark.
Stardust.
Chick-fil-A definitely should have
Alright.
had the Noah's Ark sandwich.
All right. Let's go with Brits for 400. I am not keeping track of my score, but the city was the original capital of England.
Stardust keeps doing my job.
Washington.
Is it Stoke-on-Trent, bruv?
Is it Wales?
Incorrect.
Okay. Gloucester?
Incorrect. Anybody?
London?
Not me. Guys.
Manchester.
Close.
Winchester.
England.
Winchester. A damn fine rifle.
All right, let's go. Let's give it to DoubleShine.
Yeah, let's go facts for 100, or Mitt Romney facts for 100.
Romney used this phrase during the second presidential debate to refer to the long list of female candidates that he considered when choosing his cabinet members as governor of Massachusetts.
I believe it's the binders of women.
Yep.
That's
The
Candace, right?
binders of women.
Binders full of women is correct.
I've got binders full of women. That just sounded so weird when I was listening to it. I was like, that was unfortunate, Matt. Probably could have done better than that.
Pretty weird.
Gotcha.
All right, next.
Should have had his
That's what
publicist check that one.
That's what being a politician does to your brain.
DoubleShine.
Oh yeah, sorry. 200 Mitt Romney facts.
During 1983 family vacation, Mitt Romney drove 12 hours with this on the top of his car, sparking controversy.
Dog is
I don't know.
Dog.
His
yeah,
dog.
I think it is his dog. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was a dog, and they.
CTV is correct. CTV.
Jesus.
I thought it was
Yeah,
a woman.
What a
Red
wild
Hawk?
dude. That's
I didn't
crazy.
know that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fucked up.
And somehow he still gets elected to public office. You fucking idiots. Brits for 200.
I don't vote
I didn't vote
Republican.
for that
Shit.
man.
I'd say, is there anybody here from Utah?
This is the name of the big hats those British guard dudes wear in front of the castle or whatever. I was running out of questions, I'll be honest.
Oh, the Ligma.
Bigfoot
Yeah, I've
scalp?
heard of that one.
A dead possum.
I thought they scalped Bigfoot, and then they just.
The big
No,
flufferman.
it's a dead possum.
Incorrect.
Uh,
Anybody? No?
Drahili.
a fairy dildo. A fairy
The
dildo.
bear
Bear
skin.
skin.
The
There we
bear
go.
skin. A
A
bear
fairy
skin.
dildo.
All right,
Oh,
we'll
I
go
thought it was a
for
fluffy scalp
100.
protector, bruv.
Jack Daniels was originally born in this United Kingdom country.
Gloucestershire.
Oh,
Scotland.
Scotland.
Incorrect.
Ireland.
That's what I would know,
Incorrect.
I guess.
Wales?
Northern
Australia?
Ireland.
Australia.
KOE comes in with the win. It's Wales. Born in
Oh.
Wales.
Australia.
And that was it. Team 1 wins with 3. Wait, what was the other score?
Who was in team
27, 300? Yep. So
Who cares?
Team 1 was with 5,700 points. Team 2 comes in second with
Binx, who's team
4,300
1?
points.
I don't
Team
know.
one
Yes.
won.
I just I won.
Congratulations,
I just
Team
win.
1.
I was gonna say I won.
Congratulations to Team 1. That was a great one.
Stardust
Which
team
one?
actually won. You can't see how high the score is because it wasn't recorded. So
Congrats, but
Oh.
everyone's actually a winner and or
Stop
whatever,
the
you know.
count.
Yes.
So-
Stop the
Hey.
steal.
Participation
All right.
trophies. We get
Yeah, do we get a
participation
trophy?
trophies here.
I
Okay.
call
that-
for a recount.
You can talk to Danabo for a trophy after the.
We're gonna
the show.
audit this.
Hey, I want my participation trophy. I'm a millennial.
This is Marxism.
And with that being said,
I'm calling for a recount. My
I just
lawyers will
wanted
be
to
looking
thank
into
you all
this.
for being here. And
Stop
yeah,
the
before,
Thank
like,
you. Thank you.
let's do a quick outro, like tell people where they can find you and everything. So let's start with Stardust.
Okay. Hi, I'm Stardust. I stream every day on Twitch, STRDST_. I run 2 panel shows, Chaos Cast on Thursdays, and then Chaos Cast on Saturday, which is a Crown Royale kind of thing. It's very chaotic. Everybody fights each other. It's super fun. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, go check out the Stardust. Her content is amazing.
I was the rightful winner of this, just so you all know. And my
Check, buddy.
lawyers will
We
be
all
looking
won.
into this.
Stardust, we all won.
No, none of you won except for me. Okay,
won.
I'm not
We're-
sharing that
we're
with
all
you.
winners.
I
Oh,
Rudy
oh,
Giuliani.
I got my
He's
gold
available.
star to prove it.
Any litigation can be made to Danabo and Mr. Geek, by the way.
Okay, I'm
No,
suing
no,
you.
no.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you for
Danabo
joining us,
is getting
Stardust, and yeah, congrats on reaching partner. By the way, super cool.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Thanks.
Stardust.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Hey.
Endless. Go ahead, shout
well-
out and everything.
Thank you. I can be found at twitch.tv/EndlessCemetery. That's where the main bulk of my stuff is. Also on YouTube, Endless Cemetery, Facebook.com/EndlessCemetery Games. I also do a podcast called the Bolsheviks Podcast, which can be found wherever. And yeah, EndlessCemetery.com also has all of my links and social media and stuff compiled there, TikTok and all that stuff. And I'm a Marxist, so I believe that we all win if we work together. So
All right.
stay blessed.
Do the anthem.
Phil.
Well, folks, we have had quite a journey this evening. All of us have come together this evening here with Danabo, with Mr. Geek, here at the Hippy Dippy Recruitment Roundtable, folks. It has been a pleasure to be with every last one of you and every last person on this panel. It has been a pleasure to get to debate with every last one of you. Be sure to check out all of them and get even more of this amazing content. But, folks, I am the devilishly handsome outlaw himself, your king of extreme, Phil KOE, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes the other podcast cower. One damn handsome man, if I do say so myself, the prince and potentate of the political parlance. You can find me at KOE Nation on YouTube, Twitch, and now TikTok. Yes, that is K as in king, O as in oh my god. You can find KOE Nation on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. E as in extreme. KOE Nation, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. It's the place to be. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. I hope to find all of you back here, happy, healthy, much the wiser. The rest of you beautiful people, take it away.
Is it just me, or does Phil KOE remind everybody of Jack Black?
Big Jim Cornette
I
vibes.
get that a lot, and I get that a lot too. Jack Black, Jim Cornette, flattery will get you nowhere, folks. Okay?
Lucas.
So once again, my name is Lucas Bustillo, Lucas_Bustillo on Twitch. I stream every now and then. Mostly busy with work and stuff. So normally go on panels, talk a lot about anarcho-capitalism, economics, philosophy, and all that kind of stuff on my channel. Come check it out. And yeah. I also play video games sometimes and draw.
Nice. Alec Gunther.
Yeah, it was great to be here. I had a fun time, especially at the end with the Jeopardy game. I thought that was really fun. Thank you for putting that together. I had an interesting discussion with you guys. I know we don't see eye to eye on everything, but I do appreciate you guys showing up nonetheless. And I hope to do some more of these in the future. You can find me at twitch.tv/AlecGunter. I do Lefty Politics. I pretty much go through my Twitter bookmarks these days and then do some YouTube, but I see CTV's giving me the death stare there. And I stream every week, but I'm a little bit inconsistent on my schedule these days. Oh God, now they're all doing it. And then I also do. Thank you. I also do gaming. So show up. We have a good time. We try to have some laughs and just chill. So yeah.
Thank you for joining us. DoubleShine.
Yeah, what's up? So obviously I kind of embarrassed myself in the trivia there, but I do want to say I had an absolutely wonderful night with all of you guys. I love the arguments, and I love that at the end of the day, I think we all brought smiles to the people's faces, and that's ultimately what's important. So if you guys liked what you saw and you want to see more of my content, you can follow me at twitch.tv/double_shine, or on YouTube, DoubleShine, or Twitter, I think it's DoubleShine TV. But come and check me out. I really love coming on and talking about stuff like that, and it saves me from boring video game streams. I get to actually just yell at people instead.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Binx.
Yeah, thanks for playing my stupid game. If you guys like it, tomorrow at noon, I'm playing a game kind of like that, but also totally different with Freems, Operation Madman, Grandpa Stillskin. Y'all should check it out. It's going to be pretty weird, going to be honest with you, but
sounds lit.
All right, thanks.
All right, and last but not least, making sure that I didn't forget anyone, CTV. Take it home.
All right, everybody. Well, I'm glad that you decided to come down here to the Hippy Dippy Recruitment Show tonight, right? I'm glad you decided to come out here to the Hippy Dippy Recruitment Show tonight. I hope you had a good time. I know I had a good time. We all like having a good time. Speaking of times, right? My night doesn't fucking end here. I've got more fucking shit to go do, right? So, the stream is not ending, right? We're actually going to go somewhere else, people. So don't leave. Right? We got something else going on. Mr. Geek is throwing a party. It's a naughty party. You got invite only. But that's not till after the after party, right? So we're going into the after party now. The after party is in Geek's private room. I have no idea what's going on there, but Binx has got a grin on his face and just sail it away. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, today was a Hippy Dippy recruitment show. I'm glad everybody had a good time. I'm glad that we had, such spirited debate, right, from everybody on the Kyle Rittenhouse thing. It's obvious some
lit.
people that, know some things. Some other people need to learn some things. And others yet still need to develop emotion, right, like empathy. That all being said, we will be taking all of your participation very seriously tonight in our judging as to whether or not you're going to make it to the Hippy Dippy Big Show. Or you might get to face me for realsies instead of just being here chilling out and enjoying your company. Woo! So with that said, Mr. Geek, I think we know what happened here tonight.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. I had I had a blast hosting this, and yeah, take care. And yeah, I'm going to say goodbye to my chat, and yeah, hope to see you around on the main show soon. All right, everyone.
Night, everybody.